WYOU Sports presents the High School Game of the Week. Today, the District 2 AAA semifinal game featuring the Honesdale Hornets and the Berwick Bulldogs.
This is Crispin Field in Berwick, where the three-time state champion Bulldogs have not lost a playoff game since 1984. This afternoon, it's a rematch against Honesdale, a team which finished at 7-2 in the Suburban Conference this season. Hi again, everybody. John Nugent along with J.P. Mack welcoming you to the postseason edition of the High School Football Game of the Week. This afternoon, it's Berwick and Honesdale, a rematch of last year's ball game. A ball game Berwick won 49-0. J.P., can Honesdale give them a game here this afternoon?
Well, if they do give them a ball game, because of their two big backs, Poff, the tailback, has gained over 1,000 yards this year. Sporer, who's a Division I fullback and linebacker, will be blocking for him. They have a great quarterback named Gillo. Berwick will counter with Stoyko and Smith, two backs with numbers. Berwick hit with a huge injury a couple of weeks ago. Their fullback, Jeremy Kishbaugh, is out. That hurts going into the playoffs. Well, Jeremy Kishbaugh is the guy who kicks out for Berwick. He's a lead blocker all the time for Stoyko and a good pass blocker. And he'll be missed more at linebacker, I think, because he calls the plays there. He checks the defense out, and he's really a tough one with 70 hits. And the winner of this ball game gets the winner of Valley View and Wallenpaupack Pack next week. It's our High School Football Game of the Week. The opening kickoff is next.
Today's WYOU Sports High School Game of the Week is brought to you by your friends from Toyota. I love what you do for me, Toyota. And Top Copy, we're more than our name.
What it is, what it isn't. It is the arrival of the fittest, the new Toyota Tacoma. It isn't the same compact truck millions have known. It is better, better looking, with better performance. Better than Ford, Chevy, and Dodge from 0 to 60, loaded and unloaded. One more thing. It is a great time to see your Toyota dealer to get your best deal on a new Tacoma.
You can win big with WYOU's Check Us Out sweepstakes. Send in this check and you can win your choice of one of 5 cars from Wyoming Valley Motors. Send in this check and you can win a $4,000 diamond tennis bracelet from Nye Jewelers. Send in this check and you can win a Caribbean cruise for 2 from March Cruises. Send in this check and you can win 2 round-trip tickets worldwide from US Air. Send in this check and you can win $2,222 in cash. And you can also win terrific bonus prizes. So check us out.
At Top Copy, we sell and service Minolta copiers. And Top Copy is even more. We're also Copy Facts, sales and support for Canon copiers. And Top Copy is also Top Telecom, sales and service for medical transcription systems. Plus, Top Copy is also advanced business systems, complete mailing and shipping systems. Plus, Top Copy is also ImageCom, desktop video, teleconferencing systems from GTE. Top companies, top products, top service, top people. Because we're more than our name.
The Wyoming Valley Veterans Parade live Sunday at 2:30 only on WYOU.
Welcome back to Crispin Field, everybody. John Nugent along with J.P. Mack. The weather will be a factor here this afternoon. Our forecast this afternoon is for rain, and we expect a lot of it. Temperature 52 degrees. The winds out of the northwest gusting to 30 miles per hour. A high wind warning is in effect. Humidity is at 67%. Our officials this afternoon, our referee is Mr. Jim Fisher. The umpire is Ed Coleman, head linesman Jerry Hunsiger, line judge Jerry McGonigal, back judge Randy Yanishak, field judge Dr. Augie Grant. Third member of our crew is Jason Knapp, and he's working the sidelines this afternoon. Jason?
Hey guys, real quick, keys to the game in my eyes at least. Honesdale, this is a no-brainer. They cannot beat themselves, cannot commit mistakes, and they can't fall behind Berwick. As you know, the Bulldogs kind of like a python, just squeezing the life out of teams when they get the lead. For Berwick, very disappointed in their play the last 2 weeks against Hazleton and Lehighton. They want to improve and make a statement that they're going to have a run to the playoffs. One more key, the wind. It's swirling and gusting. Could be difficult for both teams in this game.
Thank you, Jason. Honesdale has won the coin toss. They have elected to receive. Tom Boop to kick it off. Green and Pop back to receive. The postseason is underway. Green at the 20. 25 out over the 30-yard line and a good return of 29 yards. Let's set the Honesdale offense this afternoon. Martin and Kretschmer at the ends. Mead and Bahota at the tackles. Cordero and Isley at the guards. Eccles is the center. In the backfield, it's the senior quarterback, Brian Gillow, running the show. Sporer, the fullback. Poff, the tailback. Carmody, a wingback. Morgan Green in there as well. Trips, near side. First and 10. Gillow down the line. Tries to turn the corner. The big paw of Manny Henry brings him down at the 30-yard line. Setting the Berwick defense, Dignan and Bowman at the ends, Henry and Mason at the tackles, Kyle is the nose guard. Linebackers, Dyer and Moore. Secondary, Lockhart, Mason, Superco, and Margani. Pick up a 1 on that last play. Second down and 9. Hornets split the backs now. Up the middle. Dyer on the tackle, third down.
John, looks like already Berwick is using their defense according to the scouting report. First time they came out in a 52, this time in a 4-4. They expected Honesdale to pass on this down, I think. But Honesdale just went right up the middle with a big back pop.
Honesdale coming into the ball game with a record of 7-2. They have a 4-game winning streak. Berwick 10-0 coming into the postseason. They are riding a 20-game winning streak. Third down. Sporer, the fullback. Short yardage, fourth down. They'll have to punt it away. Honesdale playing it very safe to start.
They have decent field position. They feel a punt here can get Berwick back. It all depends on the punch today, where that ball's going to go with this wind. First time they came out, Honesdale with a trips formation, trying to shake up Berwick a little bit, but hard to shake up this solid veteran defense.
Sporer back at the 26-yard line to punt it away. Smith and Lockhart are back deep to receive. Good snap. High kick, short. Lockhart calls for the fair catch, 34-yard line, where we'll get to check out the Berwick Bulldogs. First time here this afternoon. It's a punt of 26 yards with no return.
It's going to be very shaky on the punch today. I think they wanted the ball to go down, but they call a fair catch.
Setting the Berwick offense, Bowman and Laba at the ends, Hacker and Mark Laba at the tackles, Henry and Confer at the guards. To finish is the center. In the backfield, it's Robbins, Venditti, the fullback, Ross Stoico, the halfback, Remley at one of the wide receivers. There you get a look at the wind, and there you get a look at Ross Stoico, off tackle. Out over the 40 to the 44-yard line. Close to that first down, maybe needs a yard. Set the Honesdale defense this afternoon. Sporer and Poff at the ends, Giannetti, McCulloch at the tackles, Darius Ash, the nose guard. Linebackers, Dunnigan and Isley. And in the secondary, it's Green, Carmody, Kretschmer, and Gillow. A lot of guys, JP, going both ways for Honesdale.
Many guys.
Second down, we'll call it 1. Venditti, the fullback, Stoico in motion. Stoico follows Venditti. Has the first down. Sporer, the defensive end, makes the tackle.
These people watching this game, John, I've got to look at now what Berwick's done today since Kishbaugh's not there. They've given Venditti number 99. He was a guard before and a big guy, plays wingback and plays fullback at 6 foot, 240 pounds. He's in there, and Mason, who's a defensive tackle, number 40, they're in there strictly to block.
First and 10, Berwick at their own 46-yard line. They'll work out of the eye, wing to the near side. Pitch, Brian Smith, his first carry over midfield, down the sidelines and out of bounds. He has a first down.
That was amazing. They're running behind Henry and Hacker on the left side. They blew the Honesdale defensive line back 5 to 6 yards on that play. We go pitch out. You'll see Mason pull around the corner. He's a defensive tackle, number 40, playing off us. Look at that. There's no line in front of him. Darius Ash trying to catch. There's no way. Out of bounds, Smith.
Smith, 595 yards coming in. First down and 10 again out of the alley. Hornets jump left side. Joe Giannetti, the tackle, jumping.
Well, Giannetti's active. He had a great game here last year. Coach said that he had the best game of anybody.
Encroachment, defense.
He's excited about getting to play Berwick again. 5
free yards for the Bulldogs. Ball spotted now at the 37-yard line of Honesdale. 8:54 to go here in the opening quarter. Glad you could join us on the postseason edition of the high school football game of the week. 1st and 5 for the Bulldogs. We're scoreless. Robbins pitch, Smith, a tackle. Bill McCulloch comes over to make the tackle, 2nd down.
Well, they have Smith in the game. Now, Smith is a game breaker. He's a franchise player when he's really moving right. Block the right side, left side of the line is blocked down. Watch all the way out. You can't see Venditti, but he has a KO on the outside linebacker. Smith just doesn't make the right cut there.
Pick up a 2 on that last play. As the game winds down, JP and I will name our Cal Ideas Advertising Specialties Players of the Game. We'll be choosing one player from each team whose performance and sportsmanship at today's game proves to stand them out as leaders on their respective teams. Another 1st down for the Berwick Bulldogs. That time, Mason, the fullback, with the carry.
Ryan Mason's a tough guy. Like I said, he plays defensive tackle. You'll see him in action later on. I'm kind of surprised he got the ball, but the way the Berwick line's coming off the ball, you could give it to anybody back there.
Bob McTiernan said last year when they came in here it was a physical mismatch against Berwick. Thinks his team's a little bit stronger, a little bit bigger, and they can hold their own this year. 1st and 10, out of the eye. Robbins pitch, Smith follows Mason. Smith at the 20, 15-10, down at the 5, 1st and goal for Berwick.
Bob McTiernan said they didn't want to get intimidated this year by coming too early to the game, so they came late. I'll tell you what, you see Smith here. Smith's going to get a pitch out. We've got both guards going around the corner, Confer and Henry going around the corner.
Mason with the block on Gillo.
Good block on the corner. We're going to see Ketchmer here, first-year player, basketball player. Catch Smith and got him.
1st and goal, Berwick. Stoiko is it. Touchdown, Berwick. Touchdown number 15 on the season for Ross Stoiko. His rushing yardage is down this season, but his touchdowns are up. Tom Boop coming on for the extra point. They make it look so easy, JP.
There's big holes there.
Boop on the extra point. Remley with the hold. Snap is down. Kick is up. And it's perfect. 7:31 to go in the 1st. Berwick leading Honesdale 7-0. Ross Stoiko, the first of what should be many touchdowns in the postseason. There you see big number 34, and he sees us as well. Already has a big smile on his face. Berwick leads at 7-0. Booth kicks it off and kicks it right out of the end zone. Honesdale will bring it out to the 20-yard line.
Well, the first one Boop kicked out was to the 4-yard line today. This one goes into the end zone. This guy has quite a foot.
Let's take a look at the touchdown play once again. 1st and goal from the 4.
Berwick gets a lot of guys at the point of attack. You see Venditti, 99, going in, 240 pounds, leading through. And I'll tell you, Stoiko gets a lot of it by himself, dragging Darius Ash in the end zone with him. He's got powerful legs.
He's built low to the ground, tough guy to tackle.
You can't see him behind some of these wide linemen also.
1st and 10 for Honesdale. Their second possession here in the 1st quarter. Gillo to his tailback, Poff with some hard running. Takes it out close to the 25-yard line. 2nd down.
Well, Poff's got
over 1,000 yards.
1,053 yards during the season with 11 touchdowns, so he's going to see the ball. A little misdirection here. They put Sporer up in the hole, making him think they're going to go that way, and they go misdirection on him.
Poff, of course, replacing Turn Ash, who has graduated, now playing for California, PA, having a fine season as a freshman. Gillo on the keep. Saperco comes up to make the tackle. Checking the numbers on that last scoring drive. 7 plays, 66 yards, time of possession, 2:23. Ross Stoiko with the touchdown run.
You get the feeling that George was just making sure everybody got confidence in the running game that first series going down.
Hornets now facing third down situation. We'll call it 3. Curry taking care of the defensive signals. He'll work out of the eye. Gillow, fumble off the snap. Ball is loose. Berwick recovers at the 32. Well, Jason Knapp mentioned it in the open that Honesdale cannot turn over the football.
That's a great field position for Berwick coming up. Looks like Hostler, number 5 D-back, got this fumble. Curry goes into a 6-man line this time. The center worrying about a guy in the gap, pulls out a little too soon from Gillow, and the ball squirts loose. I think Hostler, number 5, got it.
Bulldogs come to the line, 1st and 10. They'll go from the Honesdale 32. Dave Robbins doesn't like the look and calls a quick timeout. Let's take a look at some of the statistics of both these teams here. The one that jumps right out, JP, is the turnover ratio.
21 turnovers for Berwick. You know they make things happen with the interceptions and especially the fumble recoveries with that front 5 hitting you real hard.
Berwick number 1 in passing offense. Honesdale dead last in passing defense. Suburban Conference is noted for the running, not much throwing in that conference. So if Berwick comes out and they send trips to one side and they spread everybody all over the field, Honesdale really hasn't had a look at this before.
No, they haven't. And Coach McTiernan told me this week they're not going to get too crazy over it and the spread formation so forth. They're going to try to stick with a 52 if they can. Of course, on trips, you do have to move your defense. There's no other way to cover it.
The Honesdale Highlander Band performing here during the first quarter. They also performed before our game, braving the elements and what is expected to be some nasty weather coming our way before this day is through. Berwick comes back to the line, 1st and 10. Stoiko bounces outside, out over the 25-yard line.
Looks like they're going to stick with this running game with Stoiko getting the ball behind Hacker and Henry.
Stoiko, 114 carries, 606 yards coming in.
I'll tell you, this line Berwick is just coming off the ball, and everyone has heard, almost everybody in that offensive line benches 400 pounds or in the near vicinity, and that's phenomenal in high school football. I think in the 25 years I coach, I only had 2 guys who bench 400 pounds.
George Curry said Honesdale does not match up very well in the line. Robbins, his first throw. It's complete to Brian Smith, maybe a yard on the play, 3rd down.
I thought Dunnigan covered this real nice. Smith coming out of the backfield. They're trying to get an inside linebacker on a back, and what's happening here is Smith will go out to his left side here. Flat pass, but Dunnigan, the inside linebacker's out there covering in the flat, and he's covered it well. He wasn't going any place with that pass.
Robbins with some numbers this season, 102 for 154, over 1,500 yards. Out of the eye, Stoiko follows Mason. Gillow comes up to make the tackle, close to the 1st down.
So one of the things that amazes me about Honesdale is Gillow, and Coach McTiernan has told me that Gillow's the hardest hitting player he's ever coached in his coaching career, and he's the quarterback.
He's been banged up over the last 2 seasons, but he's healthy now, and McTiernan wants everybody on the field. He wants his best 11 athletes on the field at all times.
That's why you see Craig Poffin there at defensive end today. He alternates there, but he's going to start and play a lot. Tailback playing defensive end is another big call today.
4th down and a long one. Berwick spreads the field. Robbins throws. Ahmet. Gillow comes up with a good stick. Let's see where they'll spot it. Looks like he has the 1st down. Were you just talking about Gillow, the Hornets hitter? That was a nice hit.
He went right in the center of Ahmet here. Ahmet is 6'5". He's a basketball player. First time out for the program. George really likes him. He plays a lot of kids at receiver and a lot of kids at D-back today. There are a lot of different numbers in there.
Robbins 2 for 2. 1st and 10 for Berwick. Got the Honesdale 22. 4:36 to go in this opening quarter. Stoiko in motion. Robbins, the keeper. Carmody comes up. Can't make the tackle. Sporer comes over and does. Robbins down at the 13.
Well, Carmody should have made that hit. Mason comes around the corner and throws a no-hitter at Carmody, and Carmody should have squared up. And we got a little fake inside on a wing T sweep play. Right there, no-hitter goes down to his feet there. Couple misses. Just gets a couple yards. Should have been hit back in the backfield.
Sporer, playing left defensive end, came across the field to make the tackle. Robbins has some nice numbers rushing the football this season. 414 yards, 10 touchdowns. Smith off the pitch to the outside at the 10, out of bounds at the 9.
Here you go. When they go around the corner, sometimes their guards, Burke, will come out and they'll read. What they're doing is trying to find where the linebacker is. That time Henry came out and just kind of spied and led the play with Hacker. And naturally, they're running behind Brian Laba, who's a big tight end.
See Robbins, Mason, Stoico all coming in from the sidelines. Curry uses a lot of players, moves them in and out of the lineup, bringing in plays.
Plays by committee, I think.
Different formations. First down. Stoico. Dropped at about the 7. Number 53, Bill McCulloch making the tackle.
When Venditti comes through there and a lead blocker on an isolation, he just kind of squashes the linebacker. He's so wide, 240 pounds. You see number 99 coming through. Nice square block. He doesn't necessarily knock a guy down, but then you cannot see Stoico.
Berwick Bulldogs, number 1 in the nation. USA Today, 3-time state champions, looking to become the first to win back-to-back state titles. Out of the eye. Smith, the pitch, cuts it up, and goes down. Honesdale with some tough defense inside the 10-yard line. Ash and Gillow coming over to make the tackle.
Well, Gillow makes it again. He comes out from inside out. You never know where Gillow is coming from. That's one of the things you can't see him on defense. Now we're going to come around the corner here, and Mason's going to block. He's supposed to block inside, and Confer is supposed to kick out. Now Confer kicks out, number 78, the guard. Mason also kicks out. That's a mistake. He's a rookie back there at fullback. And, one guy should have kicked out, one guy should have kicked in.
3rd and goal for Berwick. They shift into the shotgun. Remley in the slot, tricks far side. Stoico out of the backfield. Stoico, the stutter step, goes down at the 2. It is 4th down.
It was Berwick in one of their famous spread formations. 3 guys on one side, split in on the other side, and who do they throw to? Man out of the backfield. So you never know what they're going to do. George has his formations called by countries, like, you know, and continents and colors. There's so many of them, he just ran out of things to use.
Well, his playbook is like the Encyclopedia Britannica.
Gillow again on attack. That's about 4 tackles for him early in the game. That's not good when your secondary is making the tackles.
Berwick uses another timeout. They want to talk about it. 4th and goal from the 2-yard line. 2:07 to go here in the first. They lead it 7-0. Looking to put another one in there.
I think Berwick's really concentrated on Darius Ash at the nose guard. He had such a great game against Western Wayne, the TV game we did. They've double-teamed him and blocked him down successfully so far.
Here's a reminder that we will be rebroadcasting this afternoon's game Sunday morning, 2:30 a.m., immediately following Star Trek Voyager. That's a rebroadcast of this afternoon's game in its entirety. Sunday morning, 2:30 a.m., right here on TV 22, WYOU. That's a Bulldog, JP.
That's what it is. Kids have the Disney Channel at home. I get those characters mixed up once in a while.
It's not Goofy. It's the Bulldog.
It's the Bulldog. They have a live Bulldog down there, too. He was your co-anchor on Sunday, I heard, John. The Bulldog.
The Bulldog? I don't remember that. 4th and goal for Berwick. Knocking on the door. Robbins, the keeper. Untouched into the end zone. Touchdown, Berwick.
Wiped out the corner.
Everybody collapsed inside on Stoico. Robbins clears sailing. That's rushing touchdown, number 11 on the season. Berwick leads at 13-0.
Well, you've got to keep a D-back outside here for leverage, and a D-back gets sucked inside on the fake. Robbins just comes out, there's no one home.
Barney Bowman, Angelo Venditti, just collapsing the left side of that Honesdale line. Poupon for the extra point. Penalty flag.
I would be surprised if I didn't see this situation at a Berwick game right there.
Honesdale jumping, so now the Bulldogs will go for 2.
Encroachment on the defense.
It's happened all the years I've seen Berwick play. They have just some method down there, which is a big secret how they get the guys to jump.
Jimmy Fisher on top of it, making the call, so now the Bulldogs will go for 2.
I think Mike Sobolewski, who works for us now, would tell us that secret then, but they're tight, the Berwick people.
We'll beat it out of them before the season's over. Bulldogs go for 2. Out of the eye. Stoico. Did he get in? He did not. Hornets hold.
And they're not happy with that. They like to score in every opportunity.
2:04 to go in the first. Berwick's lead at 13-0.
Well, Berwick's defense has to come off of these blocks. Berwick is really blocking them solid. George and I had a real nice discussion about offensive blocking. He says they still use the shoulder block down here in Berwick. He's talked to all the big timers, and they say go with the shoulder block until the kids learn it, and then go with the hands block. That's for pass blocking, and they're good at the shoulder block.
Thus far this season, the Berwick Bulldogs have outscored the opposition 390-71.
That's the 26th touchdown that Robbins has been involved in this year. 15 touchdown passes. That's his 11th scoring rushing.
Boop to kick it off, and what a foot. Look at this one. One bounce out of the end zone. Honesdale will go for the 20.
Well, the first kickoff he kicked to the 4, but Green ran it back to about the 35-yard line. So last 2 are in the end zone, which makes him start on the 20.
There you see Dave Robbins headed for Boston College next season. Another one in a long line of Berwick quarterbacks that are going on to Division I football. Hornets with the football. 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. They split the backs. Pop. Good hard running out to the 25-yard line. Pick up a 5, 2nd down.
That was a nice power play. Kick out by Sporer. And Pop got the yardage.
There are the numbers on the last scoring drive following the fumble. 9 plays, 33 yards. Time of possession, 4:37. Dave Robbins, the 2-yard touchdown run, his 11th rushing touchdown of this season. $1:37 to go in the opening quarter. Berwick leads at 13-0. 2nd and 5. Gillo swings it out to Pop, who gets back to the line of scrimmage.
I don't know. I saw a pass that close and that hard from Gillo to Pop. He didn't give him any time to get any width right here on this play.
Usually a lateral.
You try to run the slot back and the split end, run him out a little bit and give him a little room, but there's a lot of penetration there by Bowman and Henry.
Plus, Honesdale doesn't spread that offense anywhere near what Berwick does.
No, they're pretty straight, and they keep the people at tight formations.
Without Turin Ash in the lineup this season, they're a little bit more diversified, more guys handling the football. Right now, a little confusion on offense. Carney comes in motion. 3rd down. Gillo is sacked back at the 15. Penalty flag. Intentionally grounding, perhaps. Let's see what Jim Fisher will call. George Curry was not happy on the sidelines with the formation.
Intentional grounding on the offense.
Well, George thought that it was too much time. It wasn't really the formation, but they're bouncing around so much right here. He thought it was too much time. You see Jeremiah Duffy comes in there hard, and Nick Dignan, the Minister of Defense.
Jeremiah Dyer.
Dyer. Oh, that was Duffy Dyer, they call him. That's where I got that.
That's his nickname. Duffy Dyer is former New York Met catcher, now a Major League Baseball coach.
Pirates also, was it?
Yeah, he bounced around. He was always a backup. He was a backup to Jerry Grody on the 69 Mets.
There you go.
And the 73 team as well. Sporer to punt it away. Gets a good one. Lockhart throws up the hand at the 44-yard line. Berwick, excellent field position. 35 seconds to go in the opening quarter. It's a punt of 29 yards with no return.
Well, what Lockhart did there is what we said a couple weeks ago. When we did a North Pocono game, and Charles Lukey was letting the ball hit the ground. We said, right now Berwick has fair caught both balls that came back there. You got to catch it and run with it, or catch it and fair catch it. That's it.
Waiting to see Lockhart take off with one of these punts. We're told he's an outstanding athlete, maybe one of the next great ones here at Berwick. Playing it safe so far. Had a couple of interceptions last week and a victory against Lehigh. Berwick will go with a slot from the far side. 1st and 10. Robbins to throw. He's 2 for 2. He's going for it all. Green is out there. Good coverage. D. John Domenico, the intended receiver, 2nd down.
He threw that ball up for grabs, and I don't know if that ball was taken by the wind or what. It's just Wasn't a really good thrown pass.
By the corner.
Oh, Green had him deep. Green wasn't letting him go deep.
Last year in the 49-0 blowout, Honesdale was burned a couple of times at the corner with the bomb.
I think Coach Bob McTiernan learned a little bit from that game last year.
Berwick likes those real tall wide receivers. Bulldogs shift into the shotgun. Smith all alone out in the flat. Robbins overthrew him. Gillo playing way off. It's just a poor pass. Third down.
Well, he shifted out there into the wing, and George wanted a step pass. And Coach Curry's not too pleased at all because Smith went after the ball with one hand. You got to get both hands on the football. Nice quick pass, step pass out here. They read that. They see who's getting a deep coverage and who's getting a short coverage, and we just call it. It's kind of like an audible.
George Curry says his defense is ahead of his offense at this point in the season. Was not happy with the victory last week against Lee Heighton, although his defense did an outstanding job. Third down and 10, again out of the shotgun. Robbins, all kinds of time, dumps it off, incomplete. Brian Laba, the tight end, had it, just couldn't hold it. Fourth down.
Well, they don't throw the ball to Laba very much, and I can see why. If he's going to drop it, he's going to come underneath. Linebackers drop deep. He just blocks for 1,001, 1,002, throws it underneath. I don't know if he's that cold. It's not really that cold out there today.
No,
he drops the ball.
Cold. No excuse for that one. It is fourth down. Remley in punt formation. But until I see them punt, I never believe it. Doesn't happen often during the regular season.
They're not quite sure of Remley's average. He hasn't punted that much
snap.
this year.
Remley's going to run. Has the corner. Needs to get to the 38. Penalty flag. He's out of bounds. Let's see where they spot it. The spot looks short of the first down, but we have a penalty flag.
They're calling a flag on Denzel Hacker.
Holding against the offense.
It is holding. I don't know if that was a design play or not. He got the high snap, decided to take off with it.
Well, yeah, like you said, they haven't punted very much this season at all, and they're pretty confident in themselves here. And usually on a 4th and 5 or so, they might go for it. This is a long one.
High snap, good job by Remley. He has the good hands.
Doesn't even look like he wanted to set up at all. He probably has the leeway to do this. We'll try to see. You really can't see the whole block there, so you can't tell.
But it is a 15-yard penalty. Honesdale accepts. It'll move it back to the Berwick 46-yard line. Fourth down and a whole bunch. This time I think the Bulldogs are just going to punt it away. Carmody back deep to receive. Remley will try it once again. He's at his own 38. Good snap this time. And a heck of a punt. Carmody lets it go. And will it get in?
Oh, he drug it in.
It's a touchback.
I think if he let that lay there, that might have stayed on the 1-yard line.
Oh, my. They take it out to the 20.
One more rotation on that ball.
Good hustle on the play by John Parker, number 9. That's a punt of 56 yards. No return.
Parker's the long snapper, and he got down. Sometimes people don't bother the long snapper. He's supposed to get blocked by a middle linebacker or a nose guard. He gets down there fast.
This Berwick defense has only given up 10 touchdowns this season. They're pitching a shutout here in the first quarter of this one. Honesdale not able to do very much offensively. First and 10, they come out with trips to the near side. Second time they've had this look. Gillo rolls that way under pressure. Gillo throws, it's incomplete. Gary Martin, the intended receiver, second down. First quarter has drawn to a close here at Crispin Field. Berwick leading Honesdale 13-0.
I've always marveled at the work of skilled carpenters, creating beautiful homes in all shapes and sizes, the American dream. But over the years, I've learned it takes more than dreams to own a home. It takes money and a relationship with a bank in which you have confidence.
Whether you're building or buying your first home, trading up to the home of your dreams, or simply refinancing, see Franklin first.
What it is, what it isn't. It is the arrival of the fittest, the new Toyota Tacoma. It isn't the same compact truck millions have known. It is better, better looking, with better performance. Better than Ford, Chevy, and Dodge from 0 to 60. Loaded and unloaded. One more thing. It is a great time to see your Toyota dealer to get your best deal on a new Tacoma.
WYOU Sports presents the High School Game of the Week.
That is Victory, the Berwick Bulldog mascot, enjoying himself on the sidelines this afternoon. Berwick leading Honesdale 13-0 here at the start of the second quarter. And be sure to tune in to TV 22 tomorrow at 2:30 for live coverage of the 1995 Wyoming Valley Veterans Day Parade. Our WYOU cameras will be at Public Square in Wilkes-Barre to bring you coverage from start to finish, so be sure to tune in. That's the 1995 Wyoming Valley Veterans Day Parade tomorrow at 2:30, live and exclusively right here on TV 22, WYOU. 2nd and 10 for the Hornets. Pop, the handoff. Some good yardage out to the 25. He's getting 5 yards per pop so far.
He's a big back. He's only a junior. He's well over 200 pounds. See what his weight's 210 pounds. Honesdale's lines are coming off and blocking. This Berwick front 5 is a great unit. What happens there, we have a stunt on. The linebacker Dyer goes the wrong way on the stunt. That's why the yardage is there.
3rd down, we'll call it 5. They split the backs. Time Sporer takes the handoff, goes airborne, picks up a yard, 4th down.
That time Dyer didn't go the wrong way. Dyer makes the good hit. Little trap play coming here. Penetration by Kyle messes it up a little bit. Kyle's penetration stops anyone from blocking Dyer, and he makes the hit. Dyer's a 5'10", 189-pound sophomore linebacker called Duffy Dyer.
Yeah, with Kishbaugh out of there now, Dyer and Moore really have to step up here in the postseason. Kishbaugh, the leading tackler, he's out with the blown knee. Sporer, the kick, punts it away from Smith and gets a heck of a bounce. Finally, rolls out of bounds at the 26-yard line. That's a punt of 49 yards with no return.
But Sporer's quite an athlete. Said Penn State's real interested in him, Notre Dame, and all the academies. He's got a 3.9 GPA and 1,200 SATs. 2
of the 3 biggest kids on this Honesdale team play in the starting backfield, Sporer and Poff.
They're 2 big guys back there, and they're wide, too.
So Honesdale did the good job in the Berwick's last possession, holding them, forcing the punt. They trail it 13-0. Let's see if their defense can hold them again and give their offense a little breathing room. Berwick spreading it out now. They have a slot to the near side. Robbins rolling that way, completes it. John Domenico, stutter step, falls forward, 30-yard line. Pickup of about 4 on the play, 2nd down.
John Domenico was a soccer player, and they say he has so much speed. They say he runs a 4.5. This is a perfect kind of pass for a guy like D out there.
You don't want to try and say that name this season.
Not twice in a row, I don't want to say it. Well, I got it the first time.
Justin John Domenico, 21 receptions, 357 yards, and 4 touchdowns coming in.
You hear me say Justin D, you know what I mean.
2nd down and 6, slot to the far side. John Domenico goes in motion. Stoico takes the handoff. Good stop in the middle. Joe Giannetta, 65 with the first hit. You know, McTiernan said during the course of the week, Berwick runs a lot of formations at you, but they run a lot of very simple plays. They have guys moving everywhere, but then they'll just hand it off to the halfback.
Well, they try to confuse you and try to spread you out a lot, and what they'll do is try to get a lot of guys at the point of attack, and then when you figure that out, then what they'll do is put the guys at the point of attack and go a counter play or a misdirection out of that formation.
No gain, last play, 3rd down and 6. Trips to the far side. Smith in motion. Robbins out of the gun. Robbins, shovel pass, it's loose. Incomplete, 4th down.
Ash is on that ball. He thought it was a fumble. That's always a shaky one, John, this pass. People
this
don't
is a
know
fixture in their offense.
Right, definitely, when you see Remley tight, this is a possibility. He gets hit by Sporer back there,
On that play, you want to let your defensive end come in, but I don't think he'd get there that quick.
Well, it's kind of a nervous play for quarterbacks. They have to let him come in and then give it the last second they give it off.
It's a beautiful play when it works. Ramley now to punt it away. It's at his own 18. Good snap. Another good punt. Good hang time. Carmody calls for the fair catch at the 34. Honesdale goes on the offense. 9:09 to go, second quarter. They trail it 13-0. That's a punt of 35 yards with no return.
That's around his average, but they say that he had a 70-yarder earlier this year in one of the few punts that he's punted.
This is a District 2 3A semifinal. The winner of this ball game gets the winner of Valley View and Wallenpaupack, a ball game we will televise next Saturday on Championship Saturday, our doubleheader. Honesdale comes to the line. 1st and 10. They'll work out of the eye. Puff. Over the 35 to the 37. Thus far, Honesdale running inside the tackles, not trying to sweep or get around the end yet.
Well, they're keeping the ball. They don't want to fumble the ball. They're going a very conservative offense, which is the way they normally run. This isn't any slowdown game for Honesdale. This is the game. They tried to kick out Dignan that time, but he didn't want to go. Now, Dignan's been offered like 15 scholarships, and he's a very religious kid who wants to be a minister and does not want to go to college, play college football.
Second down, Honesdale. Needs 7 for a first down. Sporer, the fullback. Kyle, the nose guard on the tackle. 3rd down.
Well, you cannot stop Kyle down there. He's 5'10", 250, built low to the ground, and a soft ground today. He's probably sinking down in there a little bit. And he slants in, and it's a Sporer. Gillo tried to pull it out of there.
Yeah, he saw that the play was collapsing. He wanted to pull it out and take the corner. Dignan was shooting in from his end position. Kyle shooting the gap, and here comes Moore over the top. 3rd down and 7 for Honesdale. Gillo has time and throws. Incomplete. Pass interference. Lockhart at the 47-yard line.
Now, Lockhart wanted to check him coming across the middle. The only problem is that the ball was in the air when he did check him coming across.
Sporer, the intended receiver.
I think this is the 3rd receiver he's looking at. He really fought off 2 guys. Mason comes in. Mason has 18 tackles for a loss this year. That was definitely a shot. Dr. Augie Grant out there, my buddy from East Stroudsburg University, he saw the play all the way. It was definitely a knockdown.
Again, defensive pass interference, 15 yards from the previous spot, first down.
That is the first down for Honesdale in this first half. They'll go 1st and 10 at the Berwick 48-yard line. Lockhart was called on the penalty. He may be their best defensive back. Split the backs, 1st and 10. Gillo looks to throw again. Incomplete. Got to hold on to the ball. Kretschmer, the intended receiver, 2nd down.
Well, Kretschmer's got 8 passes during the year. He's a basketball player, a tall guy, and really learning the game of football very well this year. Should have had that when he's got good hands. Nice pass.
Jeremiah Dyer, the sophomore, on the coverage. 2nd down. Honesdale with a little momentum. Out of the eye. Pop. Up the middle. Nothing doing. 3rd down.
That front 5 of Berwick is really tough to move, and they've made, now with Kishbaugh out and Percy Hayes out, we all forgot about him. They're trying to protect these 2 young linebackers in there with Moore and Dyer. This front 5 is really tough to move, and right there Kyle really pushes back and makes the hit with a host of other Bulldogs.
Yeah, the mismatch is right in that line. You have these kids that go about 250 and they bench 400 pounds up against linemen that are 190. You're going to win the battles. 3rd down. Pop moves from his tail position. Illegal procedure. No play.
Well, Pop could have reset there, and he would have got away with it, but he just got nervous.
Ball start.
Wasn't thinking. He should have got back and stood up again.
It's one of those steps where he was hoping the official didn't see him move.
Well, Berwick was yelling draw, and you know, tendencies and formations and stuff. Sometimes you know what the play is going to be, and they probably got a little nervous here in that. Mason was all the way in the backfield again. He said 18 tackles for losses. That's phenomenal. I haven't heard of that in a long time.
Third down and about 13 for Honesdale for the first down. Gillow, play action. Gets around the corner, heads for the sideline. Moore tries to run him out. Finally, he's belted out of bounds. He is short of the first down. Good speed by Gillow to get around the corner. Moore was in pursuit.
Well, Gillow's a good athlete. You know, he's the player of the year in baseball up in his conference up there, and a lot of pro teams interested in signing him after the season, but he really loves football and loves to hit, as Coach McTiernan said. Right there, Moore makes a mistake. He's got to tackle him. He wasn't close enough to that sideline to knock him out. Here's Moore. Now he totally misses him right there, and Gillow's trying to stay in the grass. It's just a little slick.
That's 12 seconds now.
It was Margani coming out from his corner.
He's the best corner supporter they have.
Out of bounds.
Morgani's tough on that corner.
Gillow going to call a timeout. Honesdale wants to go for it. It is fourth down. Well, they need about 4 or 5 yards to pick up the first down. So Curry comes out, talks to his defense. McTiernan comes out, talks to his offense. We have 6:51 to go here in the second quarter. Berwick leading at 13-0, all 13 points coming in the first quarter.
Well, personally, I would punt this ball here. You've got him in a good field position. You can get him down deep. You're only 13-0. You're not out of this ball game at all. If you take a chance here, you put Berwick in good field position before half to try to get another score.
Let's check in with Jason Knapp right now. Jason?
Yeah, guys, as we told you before, the Honesdale needs to stay in this ball game, and they have been. The thing I think offensively is they're just getting frustrated with the line play. I disagree with JP. I think they got to go for it here. I think they need points on the board to keep up the confidence. The defense has kept them into the ball game. They need the offense to step up right now. 4th and 5. Defense has done a nice job so far. I say go for it. What do you say, Coach?
I've been there before. I've been disagreed with before, too.
That's why they pay you guys all that money, to make these tough decisions.
That's right. It's a toss-up here. I try to give my team some, I don't know about confidence in this, but if it was about 3 yards, no question about it, go for it. 5's a lot.
I would punt it. I would agree with you on this one. Their defense, Honesdale's defense, is doing a good job, but they're going to go for it. So let's see what happens. I'd pin them deep and tell your defense to do some work. Slot to the far side. Poff moves out at a wide receiver. Mason shooting the gap. Gillow will not get there. Berwick takes over on downs.
Everybody thought the shift to the back might have pulled Berwick offside, but they're a very disciplined ball club. They weren't moving at all with that shift.
So Berwick holds on defense. Honesdale starting to move the football just a bit here in the second quarter, goes for it. They come up short, so now their defense will have to come up big again.
1-0, Jason. I lead.
Watch the replay. Mason shooting in there to make the first hit, disrupt the play. Smith takes a belt at the 44-yard line.
It takes a belt from Gillow.
He's a tough kid. He's on that field all afternoon. Not a big guy.
Like I said before, your D-backs cannot be making all the tackles. That doesn't show much for your offensive line, defensive line. They've got to get some more penetration. Honesdale up front. And here comes Gillow. He's a sure tackler. He wraps.
Pick up a 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7. Berwick at their own 44-yard line. Robbins to Stoiko. Spinning. Short of the first down. Kurt Bloxham coming up to make the first hit, but Stoiko, like a bowling ball, he's a tough guy to wrap up, just bounces off and keeps going for positive yardage. Let's check in with Jason again. Jason?
Well, guys, we'll try to show you after the next play, but watching the sidelines with George Curry, normally when they put into substitution, you might grab the one player and shove him in there and call the play. Next time by, we'll show you what they do and how they get everybody involved in the game.
All right, we'll look forward to it. 3rd down. Venditti on the wing. Smith, the cutback. 1st down. He's at the 40. He might go. Smith at the 20, 15, down at the 13-yard line.
Tackled by Gillow.
Just a matter of time before that kid breaks one.
You watch the Labob twins come off the ball here, both bench 450 pounds. You got Venditti on the corner. Right here, he cuts it back real nice. Another cut. 2 cuts on the same play. Jumps over his own man. Still going. Those stumpy legs are pumping away. This is Smith. Smith is really motoring, and I tell you what, Gillow has good speed to catch Smith.
Whistle down on the field as Berwick comes to the line.
That Smith usually breaks him and no one catches him, and Gillo must have good speed to catch him there.
Officials timeout. They're working with the chain gang on the far sideline. Appear to have things straightened out. The ball is spotted at about the 11-yard line.
They got officials on the change today. They had to catch up to that play.
1st and 10, Berwick. Out of the eye, we have a whistle. Penalty flag.
Dead ball foul, encroachment on a defense. 5-yard penalty, 1st and 5.
Well, they say Darius Ash, I think, had his helmet over the ball. Remember we talked about that, John, during the pre-game, how Darius Ash likes to get in there and sneak in the gaps and stun a lot, so he was a little too close that time.
1st and 5 from the 6. Again, they jump. This time it's Poff. You have to be disciplined when you're playing Berwick, or they'll move right down the field with your penalties.
Dead ball foul, encroachment on the defense, half the distance to the goal. It'll be 1st down and 3.
It sounds funny, but all the years I coached, I had a lot of hard time keeping our quarterback getting going on 2, going on 3. Linemen just couldn't pick it up. They jump all the time.
Still 1st down. They need about 2. Straight goal. Doesn't get there. Once again, it was Bloxham making the first hit. Gillo coming up for support.
When they put Venditti out at the point of attack, and they put the Labaugh brothers on the point of attack, right here he's got a dart in there. He just stands up a little too high. Gillo makes the hit again.
Bloxham number 44 with the initial hit. Gillo's going to have some defensive numbers at the conclusion of this ball game. Chains come out. They're going to measure for the 1st down. Smith thus far, the tailback for Berwick, 7 carries, 86 yards.
Well, Berwick hasn't had to throw the ball too much in this game, yet their running game is really going good behind those real strong linemen.
Just a little bit shy of the 1st down.
Defensively, Honesdale's made some changes a little bit. They're Poff being in the lineup today. McCulloch was the center last time we had them in the game. He's playing defensive tackle now, trying to get some more guys in the game.
Right now, you go back to that 4th down play where Honesdale wanted to go for it. They came up short.
Well, if they made it, they would have been really on fire, but there was a chance you take.
Second guess all you want up here. Robbins, the keeper, is stopped. Good stand by Honesdale. That's 54, Matt Isley with the hit.
Isley's a tough one. Isley plays guard. He's the best trapper they have. Defensively, he's the inside linebacker. He's going to the military.
Sporer from his defensive end spot making the first hit. Isley coming up to finish him off.
Isley and Bahoda have already signed up for that early entry plan in the military, so they're tough guys.
Berwick using their 3rd timeout here in the first half. Clock is stopped at 3:42. This 3rd down, they need about 3.
Well, if you look at the scouting reports, you know that down in that territory, they're going to go fake and keeper with Robbins down there, because he's had many, many touchdowns, 11 this year, off of the similar plays just like that.
George Curry in the huddle right now, and I'll tell you this, he's not saying nice job, guys.
Chewing some face.
Remember to tune in next Saturday at 11 a.m. for our Championship Saturday District 2 doubleheader. Beginning at 11 a.m., we'll start the day off with the District 2 Class AA Championship game, featuring either Dallas or Dunmore taking on the winner of Lake Lehman, Wyoming area. Both of those games, semifinal games, being played this afternoon. Then at 4 p.m., we'll be back at Wilkes-Barre Memorial Stadium for the District 2 Class AAA Championship game, featuring either Wallen-Pompack or Valley View, and the winner of our game today. That's Championship Saturday. Next week, exclusively on TV 22, WYOU.
That AA pairings, 4 tough teams in there. There'll be 2 toss-up games, I believe, today.
It's always a highlight of the season. Berwick comes to the line. 3rd and 3. Robbins pitch, Smith cuts it up and is stopped again. 4th down. Gillo, Carmody, the defensive backs coming up, making the tackles.
They put Venditti in there. They put Mason in there, trying to get a power I formation to get Smith in an end zone. Smith is going to cut this back into a little too tough territory here. There's Gillo. boom, again, and Darius Ashen on the hit.
Now, Berwick can get a first down down here. They don't have to get into the end zone. They need about a yard for the first. They need 2 for the touchdown.
Might see a sneak here.
Stoico in motion. Robbins, the keeper. Robbins is in. Touchdown, Berwick. For Dave Robbins, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
12th of the year.
Watch it again. Stoico comes in motion, but Robbins keeps the football.
Well, I thought he would have called a quarterback sneak straight up that time because Darius Ash did move off the center, but they had a play fake in there, which they do call down here many, many times. This time it works.
Dave Robbins, the senior quarterback, gives his team a 19-0 lead. Tom Boop on for the extra point.
He's had some trouble this year. He's got a head on, and he's doing a lot better lately.
He kicked that one a mile. Extra point is good. 3:01 to go before halftime. Berwick now leads it 20-0. Let's take a look at another replay on the touchdown.
Was down the line. Not a real big fake to the back on a kind of a sweep action. Cuts it back nice, just breaks the tackle and takes it in. He's a strong guy, too.
Manny Henry waiting in the end zone for him to congratulate him.
Greeting committee.
So Berwick doing it once again. Last year, this ball game was 49-0. Here before halftime, 20-0. But Berwick's been doing it all season long. Season opener against H.D. Woodson, it was 42-6. Had some problems against a good Glen Mills team. They won that game by a touchdown, but then they win by 38 over Pottsville, 41 over Tunkhannock. Tough game against Williamsport in the first half, and then they took it away, 30-7, the final on that one. This is Green. Good head of steam. Green is tackled about the 28-yard line. Brian Hostler, the sophomore, doing a good job on special teams with the tackle.
Well, Green had a nice return last time. The first time they kicked the ball off today, Green ran it back to the 35. This time gets it upfield, a decent field position.
18-yard return. And we'll see what Honesdale will come up with before the halftime.
Well, Green is only a sophomore. A lot of good things going to come out of him out of Honesdale when he goes to Big 11 next year.
Gillow comes to the line. They'll come out with a slot to the near side. Long count by Gillow, who throws. It's incomplete. Gary Martin, the intended receiver, second down.
Well, Berwick had excellent coverage that time. They almost picked that one off. Saperco almost had it.
The numbers on that last scoring drive, 7 plays, 59 yards. Time of possession, 3:45. Robbins, his second touchdown run.
That X pattern they just ran, they have to give that a little more time for guys to clear the zone. If the zone's backing straight up, the X works. If the zone is fanning out on you, it doesn't work.
Gillow's numbers on the season, 49 of 95, 811 yards, 9 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, so he can throw the football.
Keep going, Morgani. Go!
This is Pop into the secondary. Still on his feet in the first down. All the way out to the 44-yard line.
Well, that's what they want to do. They want to break this guy free. He's a strong, strong back, and unfortunately, he's limping after that play, but he breaks a couple tackles. It's a draw play. The linemen fake like it's going to be a pass. The linebackers drop deep, which gets him a little more area to run up in the middle. And Mason makes the hit.
Dyer, number 33, the inside linebacker, got caught up inside. Honesdale with the first down. 2:11 to go before halftime. They'll go from their own 44. Out of the eye. Pitch to Sporer. Puts his head down. Picks up a few. That time Sporer ran from the tail. Pop was lined up as the fullback.
Well, Sporer was a tailback a little bit earlier in the season. He's a tough runner. Probably his best asset is being a defensive end, but he is really a tough runner. Morgani is trying. You can see Coach Curry yelling, "Come up, come up, come up," which you always yell to your corners. He waited a little too long, or there would have been no gain at all.
You know, Pop is limping noticeably. He is now walking to the sidelines. Jason, what's going on down there?
Well, on that play that he almost broke through, the last guy that was able to stop him grabbed his left leg, and as he tried to pull free and shake out of it, it looks like he pulled something. Looks like the knee. He's going to take a seat on the bench, obviously. That's a huge blow for Honesdale.
Certainly is. Whistle down on the field. Second down for Honesdale.
Dead ball infraction. Delay of game on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
thought that Poff was coming out. That took a lot longer to send in a play with Green going in as the substitute tailback now.
All these little penalties, they add up. Breaks your momentum and your rhythm.
I thought if they went into halftime at 13-0, I thought that would have been a nice thing for Honesdale to get themselves together, give them some confidence. Say, look, the #1 team in the nation. It's only 13-0. You guys are in the ball game. That 20 really hurt them. Now they're a little bit, their heads are hanging now.
Craig Poff, his numbers here in the first half, 8 carries, 39 yards, but he is on the bench right now. Honesdale, penalty-wise, they have 7 for 41.
They felt good. Coach McTiernan felt real good about Poff. His eyesight was better. He was seeing the holes. He really was feeling comfortable at the tailback spot. Now his injury is really going to hurt. Green is a sophomore who's basically a receiver playing tailback.
And they're working on that left ankle right now. Be sure to join us Thanksgiving Day, Thursday, November 23rd at 10 a.m. for a special edition of the Game of the Week. We'll be in Stroudsburg for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game featuring East Stroudsburg and Stroudsburg. That's the Thanksgiving Day special edition Game of the Week right here on TV 22 WYOU.
One of those two teams might be playing the next night.
Both those teams having super seasons. East Stroudsburg undefeated. Stroudsburg is 8-2. Another penalty flag down on the field.
I don't know what this one will be.
Jim Fisher, busy guy.
Dead ball foul. Encroachment on the offense.
77 Bahota lined up offside. Got to concentrate now.
Hornets getting a little sloppy before the halftime. Minute 17 to go here in the second.
Bahota's the team spark plug. He's the MC at the pep rallies and everything. He's a real rah-rah guy in this football team.
He's got to get them going now. Second down and a whole bunch for Honesdale. This is Green in the tail now. Takes it out over the 40-yard line. Green with the quick feet. His first carry on the afternoon.
I like that play. That was a nice play. They came out of there, Matt Isley and Bahota on the counter trade. And just Green is not used to being in there. So he steps back. Right now he's got to keep his feet. Kyle is the one who messes it up. Kyle beats the block inside. Paul Kyle.
This Berwick defense is only going up about 7 points per ball game this season. Gillo, long count. Score. A good run out over the 45 to the 46.
They came straight off the ball that time. Sometimes you got to challenge these big guys at Berwick. They're strong guys. If you can get into them and get the back through the hole like they did time with Spoor, that's a good football play. Nice block by Eccles, the center. Eccles is now starting. He worked his way into a starting lineup. Right there, he blocked back nice. Spoor running hard.
Hey, JP, see who made the tackle? Percy Hayes, number 66.
He's in the game.
He's in the game at linebacker. Has missed much of this season with a broken arm. Started practicing this week. And he's back in there. The first half has drawn to a close. Berwick is leading Honesdale in this District 2, Class 3, AA semifinal, 20-0. Jason Knapp is down on the field with head coach Bob McTiernan. Gentlemen.
Coach, I guess first half, you're down 20-0, but your defense has done a nice job trying to keep you into this thing.
We're making mistakes, very similar to last year. The defense is playing hard. We've got some mismatches we're trying to account for, but we keep shooting ourselves in the foot and not giving ourselves much room. We hold them for 2 or 3 plays, then they break a big one. We have to try to fix that. Their tackles are handling our offensive tackles a little bit. We're going to try to do something about that at half.
Fourth down, you figure you got to roll the dice?
Where are you going to go?
Yep. Thanks, Coach.
Sure.
They got lots of work to do in the second half, down 20-0. Back up to the booth.
Yeah, certainly roll the dice in the second half. They went with a conservative game plan in the first half. They're down 20-0. Why not roll the dice second half?
Yeah, they got to mix it up a little bit, come out with some wider formations, maybe pass the ball a little bit, and maybe some misdirection.
It is halftime. Berwick leading Honesdale 20-0. We'll be back with halftime activities right after this.
What it is, what it isn't. It is the arrival of the fittest, the new Toyota Tacoma. It isn't the same compact truck millions have known. It is better, better looking, with better performance. Better than Ford, Chevy, and Dodge from 0 to 60, loaded and unloaded. One more thing. It is a great time to see your Toyota dealer to get your best deal on a new Tacoma.
Take the Top Copy 10-Minute Copier Savings Challenge. Discover how Top Copy outdistances the competition because Top Copy can beat any price, whether you buy, lease, or have a per-copy plan. Plus, you'll get new Top Copy machines, unlimited upgrades, and top service. Take the Top Copy 10-Minute Savings Challenge. By answering a few simple questions, you'll find out how much you can save, whether you buy, lease, or have a per-copy plan. Top companies, top products, top service, top people. Top Copy, because we're more than our name.
Today's WYOU Sports High School Game of the Week is brought to you by your friends from Toyota. I love what you do for me, Toyota. And Top Copy, we're more than our name.
WYOU Sports at the Half is brought to you by LT Verastro, distributor of Arizona Iced Tea.
It is halftime here at Crispin Field in Berwick. The Bulldogs leading the Hornets by a count of 20-0. Time now to listen in to the Berwick area senior high school marching band. This is the band's second performance today. This morning they participated in the Atlantic Coast Championships at Lackawanna County Stadium. Band director is Ron Wasser, assisted by Brad Trumbull. The band is led on the field by Miss Shauna Kyle and Miss Holly Travelpiece. Let's listen in.
We'd like to congratulate the members of the marching ensemble for their participation in the National Judges Association Atlantic Coast Championship. Their performance earlier this morning, one of 25 bands in their class that appear in this invitation-only competition. Bands representing 10 states in this two-day event at Lackawanna County Stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, under the field direction of Miss Shauna Kyle and Miss Holly Travelpiece, the Berwick Area Senior High School Marching Ensemble. It is halftime. Berwick leading Honesdale 20-0.
The greater Berwick area has a population of 22,000 people. The community is situated along the Susquehanna River about 30 miles southwest of Wilkes-Barre and is readily accessible from Interstate 80. The school district serves over 4,000 students and encompasses over 100 square miles. The senior high school houses 930 students in grades 9 through 12. Academically, students enjoy a wide variety of choices when selecting areas of study. The college preparatory curriculum offers many challenging courses in all subject areas, including both advanced placement and honors courses. Those choosing the business curriculum are very well prepared to continue their education in those areas or to enter the workforce. On the average, well over 60% of Berwick's graduates go on to post-secondary education. In addition to an excellent balance of academic offerings, Berwick students are provided with a wide variety of extracurricular activities. There are 22 interscholastic varsity sports programs. There are also 24 clubs and organizations, including academic achievement groups, musical groups, publications, dramatics, and various service organizations. Berwick High School is proud of the outstanding achievements of its students and the community's commitment to the total educational program.
What it is, what it isn't. It is the arrival of the fittest, the new Toyota Tacoma. It isn't the same compact truck millions have known. It is better, better looking, with better performance. Better than Ford, Chevy, and Dodge from 0 to 60, loaded and unloaded. One more thing. It is a great time to see your Toyota dealer, to get your best deal on a new Tacoma.
For expert equipment, one name says it, Valley Rental. From the best in aerial platforms in all shapes and sizes, to aerators and augers for the yard, and a complete line of contractors' equipment. Check us out. Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5. Saturday, 7:30 to 4. Valley Rental at the corner of Hazel Street and Wilkes-Barre Boulevard, Wilkes-Barre.
And now, WYOU Sports presents the Friday Night Scoreboard.
At Northern Car and Truck Rental, we know what you want. We know what you need. We're locally owned and operated, so we carry the vehicles you request most at the best rates around. Sure, we have top quality cars, but we also supply vehicles you won't find everywhere else, like the rugged Jeep Wrangler and the Ford Explorer. Rent a Ford Aerostar or 15-passenger van for your next business or pleasure trip. Or take Northern to work. We have a fleet of four-wheel drive trucks, vans, and cube vans to handle your biggest jobs. When you need quality, dependable transportation at the best price, don't go to some national chain. Come to Northern, where we beat the competition. Guaranteed. The staff at Villa Capri Incorporated would like to wish the Berwick Bulldogs all the luck in the playoffs. And we invite you to see our completely remodeled lounge, ramped entrance, and off-street parking area. Villa Capri serves delicious lunches Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and dinner daily from 5 p.m. till 10 p.m. Terry, Donna, and Julie would like to thank all of our friends and customers for making the past 10 years successful. For dining at its finest, visit Villa Capri, 11th and Mulberry Streets in Berwick.
Any way you want, Ford is right for you.
Get Ford Ranger any way you want. Choose from either low 3.9% financing or $750 cash back on America's #1 selling compact pickup. But hurry, this offer ends November 14th. Use the $750 cash back as your down payment, but don't put it off any longer. 3.9 financing or $750 cash back ends November 14th.
Ford is right for you.
See your Quality Plus Ford dealer today.
Honesdale Area High School is a comprehensive school comprised of students from 8 Northern Tier townships. Located in Wayne County, the school complex houses 3 grade levels along with a middle school and a connected facility. The teaching staff is dedicated to aiding the student body in mastering sufficient subject matter and skills that provide a good background for future employment and educational growth. A wide range of courses and electives are available to Honesdale area students, including offerings in English, mathematics, science, foreign language, computer and business education, home economics, a variety of hands-on shops, drafting and other technical applications, art, band, orchestra, and chorus. Students may also select from a number of activities and clubs, as well as intramural sports for both boys and girls. There's even a student-operated store right in the building, and a television studio for student productions. The guidance office is always available for assistance in scheduling and for college and career planning. The library houses many hundred volumes and student computer terminals for extensive research. Honesdale Area High School, developing initiative and responsibility in our youth to produce both good leaders and good followers for a changing world.
Halftime activities continue here at Crispin Field in Berwick. Time to listen in to the Honesdale Highlander Band, now in its 25th year, under the direction of Robert Maines. Assistants are Jeff Bishop, Linda Maines, and Greg Williams. Soloists for this year's field show are Mike Johnson, Chandy Swenson, and Holly Marshall playing trumpet. Let's listen in. Marching band. It is halftime. Berwick leading Honesdale 20-0. When we come back, we'll have our Friday featured highlights of last night's ball game between North Schuylkill and Allentown Central Catholic. We'll have some first half highlights of this one and statistics as well, so don't go away.
Today's WYOU Sports High School Game of the Week is brought to you by your Quality Plus Ford dealers and Top Copy. We're more than our name.
For expert equipment, one name says it. Valley Rental. From the best in aerial platforms in all shapes and sizes to aerators and augers for the yard. And a complete line of contractors' equipment. Check us out. Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5. Saturday, 7:30 to 4. Valley Rental at the corner of Hazel Street and Wilkes-Barre Boulevard, Wilkes-Barre.
Any way you want. Ford is right for you.
Get Ford Ranger any way you want. Choose from either low 3.9% financing or $750 cash back on America's #1 selling compact pickup. But hurry, this offer ends November 14th. Use the $750 cash back as your down payment, but don't put it off any longer. 3.9 financing or $750 cash back ends November 14th.
Ford is right for you.
See your Quality Plus Ford dealer today.
Take the Top Copy 10-minute copier savings challenge. Discover how Top Copy outdistances the competition because Top Copy can beat any price, whether you buy, lease, or have a per-copy plan. Plus, you'll get new Top Copy machines, unlimited upgrades, and top service. Take the Top Copy 10-minute savings challenge. By answering a few simple questions, you'll find out how much you can save, whether you buy, lease, or have a per-copy plan. Top companies, top products, top service, top people. Top Copy, because we're more than our name.
WYOU Sports presents the High School Game of the Week.
Welcome back, everybody. John Nugent along with J.P. Mack. The ball game at high school football last night took place in Allentown. North Schuylkill rallying to knock off Allentown Central Catholic. So I guess a Berwick-Allentown Central Catholic rematch is non-existent in 1995.
Out of the question. North Schuylkill did not think they got enough respect out in Allentown and pulled a big upset last night.
Bob Ide was there, and Bob Ide has the highlights of that ball game right now.
The WYOU Sports Friday feature highlights are brought to you by LT Verastro, distributor of Arizona Iced Tea.
North Schuylkill came into Crum Stadium with a touch of fumbleitis, and after the Spartans committed their third turnover in the first quarter, Central Catholic finally converted. Quarterback Matt Seneca finding a wide-open Tony Stewart for a 13-yard score, 7-0 Vikings. The Spartans, though, strike right back on the ensuing kickoff. Bob Wary, at his own 15, finds a hole down the right sidelines. The juniors' 85-yard jolt tying this game up at 7. It would stay that way into the second quarter before Central Catholic's Tom Williams completes an 87-yard drive with this 3-yard score, 13-7 Vikings. North Schuylkill's offense then going to work, moving the ball all the way to the Central 10. Jason Mohap back to pass, sheds one Viking, and then finds Dave Magnus open in the right side of the end zone. That score making it 13-all. ACC, though, would score one more time before the half. Tom Williams slamming it in from a yard out to give the Vikings a 20-13 lead at the break. With their 13 points scored in the first half, North Schuylkill has more than proven that they can move the ball against the Viking defense that shut out Becca High last week. But to get back in this game, the Spartan skipper knows what his team has to do.
We got to shut them down a little more with the pass. They're killing us with the pass, and we got to hang on to the ball. We fumbled like 3 or 4 times now.
Well, the Spartans couldn't stop the turnovers in the third quarter anyway. Mohap on the scramble at the Central 10, loses control. Williams recovers it for the Vikings at the 19. Then North Schuylkill's stingy defense goes to work, as did quarterback Mohap. This District 11 championship decided late in the game, as North Schuylkill scores 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. The Spartans squeeze out this one to take home their first ever District 11 AAA trophy with a 27-20 upset over Allentown Central Catholic. Next up for North Schuylkill, the District 1 champion next weekend. In Allentown, this is Bob Ide, and those are your Friday feature highlights.
And Allentown Central Catholic was ranked 3rd by the Harrisburg Patriot News going into that ball game. North Schuylkill was ranked 4th. We have some highlights of the first half of this ball game. A ball game Berwick leads by the count of 20-0. Opening quarter, the Bulldogs go 66 yards, 7 plays. Stoiko knocks the first one in.
This is a heck of an effort by Stoiker. It's good blocking up in front of him, but he takes Darren Ash in by himself.
Tom Boop, the extra point, made it 7-0. Next possession for the Bulldogs, opening quarter. Robbins, the 2-yard run.
Well, this is a gimme down here. There's no question about it. They wipe out the whole side. Bowman in there and Venditti in there. Touchdown Robbins. 9
plays, 33 yards. The 2-point conversion failed. Second quarter, Berwick gets another. Robbins gets another.
It's kind of a waggle fake. Takes it up inside. He cuts in there for his 13th rushing touchdown of the year.
7 plays, 59 yards, and Robbins having himself a ball game. There you see the Catman, the longtime manager of this Berwick Bulldog football team. Checking out the first half statistics, and right away you see the rushing yardage by Berwick, and you see how Honesdale, 8 penalties, 46 yards. You can't be doing that. Expect to beat Berwick.
Well, no doubt. The rushing yardage is good, and Honesdale is rushing the ball a little bit. They're not getting the first downs they need. They're not getting the big break they need. But 8 penalties taking them out of their game plan, out of sync.
31 plays to 26. Time of possession not too far off. Honesdale needs to open it up a little bit with the passing game. A couple of times they have tried to throw. They've had some drop balls, but roll the dice at this point, as we talked about at halftime. You're down 20-0. Let it go.
I'd like to see some exciting things out of Honesdale. Spread it out a little bit, and let's have some fun here.
They have a 4-game winning streak coming in. Berwick, a 20-game winning streak. A year ago, they were 14-1 as they won the state championship. The goal this season for that senior quarterback is to finish 15-0 and win back-to-back state titles. Here we look at the drives in the first half by Berwick. First 2 times they touched the football, a couple of touchdowns. Honesdale's defense comes up big, forcing the punt the next 2 times, but then Berwick with the backbreaker in that first half.
Well, they went for that 4th and 5, and it really hurt them. Like, give it the last play. I said 13-0 wouldn't be bad at this point. 20-0, they really have to work.
Here you see Bob McTiernan in his 2nd year as head coach at Honesdale, taking over for Butch Keller, who's now at Western Wayne. Honesdale, well, you see the results of their possessions: a punt, a fumble, 2 more punts. They give it up on downs, and then they head in at halftime. Berwick Bulldogs will start off the second half with the football. Stoico and Lockhart back deep to receive. Confusion. Lockhart at the 5, to the 15. Falls forward to the 21-yard line where the Bulldogs go on the offense. That's a 16-yard return.
A little confusion. Ball goes right between these guys. I was surprised to see Darius Ash running down under the kickoffs down there. He got down with pretty good speed. And Lockhart, we were just waiting for him to take off on one. That was almost one there. Isley on the tackle also.
Berwick Bulldogs ranked #1 in the nation by USA Today, #1 by our coaches, 3-time state champions, 2-time national champions. They lead it 20-0. First play, second half. Smith, the pitch, follows his blocking, cuts it back. Good tackle. Matt Isley, 54, coming over to make the hit. Smith loves to cut it back. You never see it.
No. But sometimes you've just got to run behind your blockers. Like we talk about Manuel DeGrafferi at JR a lot of times. Beginning of the year, he wasn't running behind those blockers, and now he had a great second half of the season. Same thing with Smith here. I think if he took it real close up in there to Venditti and Mason, it would have been a better run for him.
Pick up a 2 on the play, 2nd down at 8, opening minute, second half. Glad you could join us on the postseason edition of the high school football game of the week. Shovel pass, this time it works. Remley takes it. Remley still on his feet. 40-yard line and a first down.
We said that's an exciting football play when it works. It sure was that time.
Brian Remley will be attending Virginia Tech next season. Had a big ball game a week ago against Lehigh. 6 catches, 97 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Show pass. He waits a long time for Sporer to come in. You have to take a hit when you're the quarterback on that play. It gives the ball to Remley inside for great yardage.
Robbins is resilient. Takes a lot of punishment at quarterback. Smith, 45. Kurt Blocksam, the junior at 5'10", 160 pounds, playing in that middle linebacker spot. He came into the ball game in the first half. He's done a nice job.
Blocksam didn't play much before the beginning of the year, but he's doing fine in there today. Nice block. Confer, the guard, the senior guard, comes out, kicks out Green. Nice cut back inside. Just a couple of yards, though.
The numbers on Dave Robbins thus far: 5 of 9, 32 yards. Has a couple of touchdowns rushing. Berwick comes out with a slot to the far side. 2nd down and 7. Robbins throws it complete. Laba, the intended receiver, the tight end, didn't turn around in time as Robbins trying to dump it off. 3rd down.
That was a no-back offense that time. They came out and tried to throw a quick pop pass, spread everybody out, try to throw the pop pass. It's tough against a 50 to throw that pop pass. Against a 4-4, the linebackers are way inside, and that's a play that we hate to see when we're playing a 4-4.
3rd down and 7, passing situation, slot to the far side. Remley splits out near side. Robbins rolls that way, complete. Remley, and then he's belted out at the 49, short of the first down.
Hey, Isley's playing a great game at linebacker. Gillo is coming over there and hitting him again. This is a good catch, but it's very close to the first down. Steps back. He's running right at him with the sprint out pass. Good stop pattern. Remley catches it right in the hands, trying to get some more yards, but there's no way when you're hit hard like that.
It is 4th down and a long one for Berwick. They will go for it. There you get a look at Craig Poff. Has that left ankle taped up. He's on the sidelines. Robbins on the sneak. And look at the push. Gets 2 or 3 yards. When you have a line like that, why not follow him?
What Berwick did that time, John, is they spread everybody out. so wide with no backs on us. I mean, what else was it going to be but a quarterback sneak? And what Honesdale did, they had to take an inside linebacker out to cover those trips. Therefore, it's 3 men on 2 blocking in there for the quarterback sneak.
Berwick 4 out of 4 on 4th down conversions. It is 1st down. Stoiko in motion. Takes the handoff. 45-yard line. Maybe about a yard on the play. Good defense by Honesdale. 2nd down.
Well, they couldn't block Sporer that time. He's tough at that defensive end. He really holds his job there, and they have not moved him much lately. Honesdale's playing fairly good defense here. Green and Sporer.
Berwick with a dozen 1st downs in this ball game. Multiple substitutions by George Curry. 2nd down, passing situation. They shift out of the eye. Robbins into the shotgun. Robbins out of the pocket. Plenty of running room. It's at the 40. 35 of the 1st down. You can see he has some pretty good speed.
There's a great block out there by Justin Domenico. John Domenico, I got that name.
You're getting better.
Robbins likes to run the ball. He has quite a few yards this year running that football. 414 yards up to today.
If you're to the defensive end, you have to contain Robbins. Can't let him get to the outside because he'll run with it.
There's Gillo popping his head in there again. He has to have over 10 tackles.
1st and 10. The Honesdale 33. Trips near side. All kinds of movement. Stoiko right up the gut over the 30 to the 29. That's just what McTiernan's talking about. They shift all over the place, then they just hand it to Stoiko up the middle.
What amazes me is when they shift like that, they get the snap off so quickly, they don't really give anybody a chance to get set, but they do get set. They're very well coached, very disciplined.
See the Hornets trying to strip the football. Sporer really knifing in from his defensive end position. Stoiko comes to the sideline. Remley and Seeley move into a slot. Robbins will keep it at the 25 to the 24. Close to the 1st down.
It's a quarterback draw. No, John, we have to give a lot of credit to Sam DeFinis, the center at Berwick, is really handling Darius Ash. Darius Ash is slanting all over the place. DeFinis is riding him out, hanging on him, pushing him, grabbing him, anything you can do with him. And DeFinis is one of the weaker linemen at Berwick, only benching 350.
That's all?
That's it.
I could do that with one hand.
That's when you're in shape.
Yeah. I'm only about 325. So 3rd down and 1 for Berwick. They are driving, opening possession, 1st half, and eating up some clock. Stoiko. 1st down. Ash and Gillo on the tackle. Gillo getting up slowly. He must have a dozen tackles by now.
You know, Gillo's got to watch himself. He's hitting with his helmet a lot, and that really hurts your neck a little bit. He's just looking here, just spying along the line. You see Gillo. He always tries to get himself in on it. I think he hits his own guy on this one.
Yeah, Giannetti made that first hit.
Giannetti's been a steady ball player, defensive tackle for him. Had a little injury problem earlier in the year.
1st and 10 out of the eye. Mason the fullback. Stoiko the tail, or that's Smith. Still spinning. Inside the 15.
Smith on a cutback again.
Smith usually runs off tackle and around the ends. This time he's up inside.
They're fake counter play. Smith running in there, and he's going to step back, spin, hits, spins again, hold on to that ball, and he goes down. Green got him.
And we have a Honesdale Hornet is down at the 15-yard line. That's Morgan Green, number 20. He's the backup tail. Looks like he has a left ankle injury as well. Poff is already on the sidelines. He's the starting tail.
See Poff straight ahead. There's his ankle all taped up, and he doesn't look like he wants to get back in this game. He's hurting.
On that last run, Brian Smith now has 100 yards on the afternoon. 11 carries.
You know, Giannetti was excited about playing today. Last year he had a real good game against these guys. That's tackle number 65, Joe Giannetti from Honesdale. It was funny when Coach McTiernan told me he was ill the week of the Honesdale game. Went down, I mean, not the Honesdale game, the Old Forge game on the sidelines, and got dressed at halftime and played.
2nd down for Berwick. They need 2 for the 1st. Robbins under pressure. Robbins is down. Sacked back at the 22.
That's Giannetti.
65 with all kinds of pressure.
Must have heard me talking about it.
Mike Schramer also with some help. Robbins, the senior quarterback, just ate the football, didn't want to throw it away.
Giannetti, 5'11", 260-pound junior, gets through there, pushes his man around defensively. Nice sack.
Sporer coming from the far side as well.
That doesn't happen too often to Berwick.
3rd down and 11. There you see Gianetta.
He's been a little banged up all year long. I said he was ill during the Old Forge game, but there was took his stuff on the bus and dressed at halftime.
5'11", 260, biggest kid on the team. Berwick out of the slot. Robbins rolling and throwing. Incomplete. D. John Domenico, the intended receiver, 4th down. Dan Edsall on the coverage.
Well, they ran an X pattern here. We're going to sprint out at it. Robbins sprints out well. Good pass blocking. It's the corner. Good pass coverage. They're in man-to-man coverage that time, which is a good pattern in the X pattern, but Honesdale covered it pretty good. There they are. All these guys going in.
He's got 6 guys over on the sidelines talking about the next play. Timeout called down on the field. Berwick will talk it over. They're facing 4th down and 11. The ball is at the 22-yard line.
George has different hand signals also he sends these teams. We see him put a fist up or an open hand, open formation, closed formation, and a lot of different signals going in when he has the committee there.
Okay. Back 52 Eagles. Okay, fine, that's fine. Where's Ronnie? All right, we'll go down.
Trying to get the plays in here.
Okay. Watch back out of the backfield. Watch back out of the backfield. Watch the back out of the backfield. 44 to 34, they're going to be coming out of the backfield. Okay?
Here the coaches, they think it's a passing play to one of the backs. 52 Eagle. Can you decipher that, JP, for us?
That's a 52 defense, 5 down men, 2 linebackers, and what they will do is they'll move the tackles in and the linebackers out, just kind of change positions a little bit to confuse the defensive line. It's usually also to get the linebackers out into pass coverage quicker.
Robbins 6 out of 12 for 38 yards. 4th down and 11. Trips to the near side. Robbins out of the gun. Has all kinds of time. And throws. Complete 5-yard line. Inside the 5. That's a 1st and goal for Berwick. B.J. Seeley, senior wide receiver on the reception.
Seeley's one of those receivers by committee. They run trips out here. No back him out of the backfield. They had Venditti in the backfield blocking. Good time. He just comes underneath everybody. Nice catch by Seeley in the hands. See, they're running people off. 2 guys come in. Inside man goes out. Nice pattern.
Gillo on the tackle. 19-yard pickup. Smith is in. Touchdown, Berwick.
Power play.
Brian Smith, his first touchdown of the afternoon. Robbins has a pair. Stoico has the other. Berwick leads it 26-0.
Here we go. Kick out by Mason. Andy Henry pulling. And he blocks very well. Smith just sneaks it in. All you got to do is cross that goal line with a little bit and you're in.
Boop, a busy guy, on for the extra point. Remley will spot it at the 10. Good snap. Kick is up. And it's perfect. 5:05 to go in the 3rd. Berwick has extended their lead over Honesdale to 27-0. You can win big with WYOU's Check Us Out sweepstakes. Send in this check and you can win your choice of one of 5 cars from Wyoming Valley Motors. Send in this check and you can win a $4,000 diamond tennis bracelet from Nye Jewelers. Send in this check and you can win a Caribbean cruise for 2 from March Cruises. Send in this check and you can win 2 round-trip tickets worldwide from US Air. Send in this check and you can win $2,222 in cash. And you can also win terrific bonus prizes. So check us out. A duplicate performance from a year ago. Berwick leading Honesdale 27-0. A year ago it was 49-0. Berwick then moving into the District 2 championship game against North Pocono. And then after that it was history on to the state championship as well. Sporer back at the 20-yard line. Out over the 30 to the 34. Hornets with pretty good field position. That's a 14-yard return. Let's take a look at the touchdown by Smith.
They have Venditti right in there. He's blocking down tough. Mason kicks out. Manny Henry comes outside. Gillo, as best as he tried to make a tackle there, just tripped him up a little bit. Smith gets in for 6.
Mason, the nice kick-out block, number 40. There you see the numbers on the scoring drive. 10 plays, 79 yards. Time of possession, just under 7 minutes. Smith, his first touchdown of the afternoon. This is Green back in the ball game. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Paul Kyle won't budge. You know he's doing his job when he's the last guy to get up off the ground.
He's down so low, he's immovable. And Honesdale, there we see Poff. He looks like he's done for the day. Got a big bunch of tape on that ankle. He looks very disappointed. I think they're taking it off now. Yeah, that tape around that shoe doesn't work very well.
He's a junior, 6'3", 210 pounds. He'll be back next season. Go the 2 tight ends. Gillo has some running room. Keeping himself to the 43-yard line.
I'll tell you what, if he pitched that ball, that was a good one. He kept it for real good yards, which was a smart thing to do. Don't throw the ball away. Don't get a turnover. Did you see him come down the corner here? Green is the pitch man. Good pitch relationship outside of him. Nice fake to him. There should have been someone out there covering Green, though, on that play.
Everybody on Berwick's defense is just pinching towards the middle, and with good reason. That's where Honesdale's been running the football all day.
That was a good call that time by Coach McTiernan.
Have to spread Berwick out, have to keep them off balance if you want to be successful on offense. This time, Honesdale, look at that, 3rd and 2, the slot to the far side. Gillo, long count. Sporer bounces off Kyle. Doesn't get there. 4th down.
Well, they stung with both inside linebackers that time. There's no hole there when those plays come. Well, we're calling the plays for Honesdale, 73-year-old Jim Consagra, a guy who's been around a long time, a heck of a guy. Straight ahead, good penetration right there. Kyle is doing a job. Yeah. He's getting tough today.
He's having a ball game.
Eccles is a new guy in there at center, having trouble blocking Kyle. Defensively for Honesdale, Rich Chilata is their defensive coach. Guy's doing Pennsylvania Hall of Fame wrestling coach.
I know his brother, and Chilata.
Here we go.
Oh, boy. 4th down. Honesdale is going to go for it. Slot far side. They need a yard. Sporer off tackle. I don't know.
I don't think so. He tried his best to get it.
He lunged forward. Let's see where they'll spot it.
What Berwick did is put another guy on the nose to make it tough.
It is a first down. Good hard running by Sporer.
Sporer got it on his own. I'll tell you, Berwick put an extra guy in the middle. Linebacker stunts. Sporer just right now makes extra effort right there and just gets it by a nose.
1st and 10 for Honesdale. They'll go for their own 44-yard line. 2:14 to go in the 3rd. Out of the eye. This is Green. 47-yard line. Jerry Saberko, number 88, and Moore, 86, coming over to make the tackle.
Moore did a great job of pursuit that time. Came up in the hole and stopped the play from going bigger.
Take a look at the replay.
Green's not as strong as Poff and Sporer back there, so he's got to use his speed. He can't take the hit.
There you see some of the scores from around the area from District 2, the Class A semifinal going on right now, 2A as well. Gillo, the keeper. Gillo stopped the line of scrimmage, maybe lost a yard.
Jeremiah Dyer making some tackles now.
Jason Moore very active as well, the junior.
You can imagine these two guys had to replace Kishbaugh and Percy Hayes in there. They had a big shoes to fill and really doing a great job. Dyer's only a sophomore. To play in this Berwick team as a sophomore, you better be pretty good.
There you get a look at the junior. You know, when Kishbaugh went down, they were worried about that middle linebacker position. It's in good hands right now. 3rd down. Gillo throws it up. Incomplete. Gary Martin had a stab. Gillo with a horrible throw, but the wind is swirling about down there right now. 4th down.
That's Gary the Bear Martin, the tight end. He had 7 catches coming this game for 90 yards, and he's their probably best blocker at tight end.
It is 4th down.
Before the game, you know, we go down there and size the players up, and I'll tell you, I was very impressed by Moore's size. Moore and Dignan were 2 big dudes.
These Bulldogs finishing the regular season at 10-0 as Honesdale will punt it away. Spoor back at the 36. 12th undefeated season in Berwick football history. Spoor angles it away from Lockhart. Goes out of bounds at the 19-yard line. That's a punt of 25 yards with no return. Stay tuned for News 22 update coming up at 6 o'clock. Valerie Amsterdam, Kevin Daniels, Scott Stuccio, and Jason Knapp will provide all the latest news, weather, and sports. That's News 22 update coming up at 6 o'clock right here on TV 22 WYOU. Pass is complete to Remley. Looks like he has another first down, his third reception.
You get
Robbins
that ball to
starting
Remley,
to warm
boy.
up now.
He's starting to get loose now. The weather's held off for him here. Remley was 42 receptions before coming into this game, 691 yards and 6 TDs, signed to Virginia Tech. There he is. Remley has the ball, making a move, getting hit hard, but still gets a couple more yards. 4 Honesdale Hornets on him.
Remley now with 3 catches for 36 yards. First and 10 from the 35. Berwick will split the backs. Stoico on a delay, spinning over the 40 to the 43. Good tough run by the senior tailback.
Well, that's a nice draw out of that set. They have a lead draw with Venditti coming through. 240 pounds, Venditti coming in there and blocking on the linebacker in there. Let's see, that's Bloxham is in there. Going to get blocked. Look at that hole. Isley misses him on the play. Nice yardage by Stoico.
Third quarter has drawn to a close. Berwick is leading Honesdale 27-0.
Take the Top Copy 10-minute copier savings challenge. Discover how Top Copy outdistances the competition because Top Copy can beat any price, whether you buy, lease, or have a per-copy plan. Plus, you'll get new Top Copy machines, unlimited upgrades, and top service. Take the Top Copy 10-minute savings challenge. By answering a few simple questions, you'll find out how much you can save, whether you buy, lease, or have a per-copy plan. Top companies, top products, top service, top people. Top Copy, because we're more than our name.
Any way you want. Ford is right for you.
Get Ford Ranger any way you want. Choose from either low 3.9% financing or $750 cash back on America's #1 selling compact pickup. But hurry, this offer ends November 14th. Use the $750 cash back as your down payment, but don't put it off any longer. 3.9 financing or $750 cash back ends November 14th.
Ford is right for you.
See your Quality Plus Ford dealer today.
Good song. Great song.
You can make mountains ring. Oh,
WYOU Sports presents the High School Game of the Week.
Welcome back, everybody, for the start of the fourth quarter here at Crispin Field in Berwick. The Bulldogs leading Honesdale 27-0. They come to the line of scrimmage facing a 2nd down and 2. They're at their own 43-yard line. Stoico off tackle, penalty flag. Didn't get the first down. Let's see what the flag is about.
Motion or holding where that flag is.
Holding on the offense.
JP, ever consider being an official?
Never. No, I abused them too much when I was there, and if I worked in one of my comments, I'd have to face Teddy Jackson each week. I don't want that.
That would be an earful.
Oh, boy.
Let's take a look at the total yardage in this ball game. Berwick dominating as we expected they would at 253 after 3 quarters. Honesdale at 83.
Oh, John, you can see a depth factor going in here. Berwick is sending so many fresh guys in the game, got one-way performers. You look across at the Honesdale sideline, there's only 29 guys dressed on this football team.
2nd down and 11 for Berwick. Trips to the near side. Out of the gun. Robbins with time. Throwing. Complete. Sealy. 45. Midfield. Belted at the 47. He gets the first down.
The same pattern they ran before. Trips. 2 guys go inside. Sealy stops on a dime and cuts out. Excellent pass. Excellent catch. Got Trips going here. What they're trying to do is drag a couple guys across the field and break Sealy out, and it works. There's the D-back, or the linebacker trying to cover Sealy on this. It doesn't work. Berwick, 4 guys coming in by committee now.
That was an 18-yard pickup on the pass play and a first down. Robbins really warming up in the second half. 9 of 15, 86 yards. It's the pitch, and here comes the reverse. John Domenico. Look at a block by Robbins down the sidelines. 15, 10, 5. No, they're going to call him out at the 31.
Whoa, what a run. He was dancing that tightrope on the sidelines. They said that guy had speed. He does.
He started easing up at the 15, and I'm thinking, what's he doing? But the official had spotted him out at the 31.
Here comes John Domenico.
But how about the block by Robbins? Look at this.
There's a quarterback, Robbins, coming out, a 300-pound bencher, and a TKO.
Oh, my.
And he stepped out right there on the line. Former soccer player, now football.
Running the tightrope. It's another first down for Berwick, nonetheless. 31-yard line of Honesdale.
Those linemen must feel unwanted. 5 linemen were out there with all the backs on the sideline talking to Coach Curry.
You know how good that feels for a quarterback to throw a block like that?
They'll be talking about that all week.
They say, Coach, can I see that again? Robbins, the keeper. Stopped at the 30. Jason Knapp's on the sidelines with a very special guest. Jason?
Senator Rick Santorum is here. Your initial Berwick appearance. This is a legendary place for high school football. What's your first impression?
That's why I'm here. This is the lure of Berwick is not just northeastern Pennsylvania, but all across Pennsylvania, and we're spreading it around Washington too. I was telling my colleagues I was coming up here and bragging on the fact that this is a #1 rated team. So I'm very excited to be here. This is a pretty impressive show.
I know a lot of members of Congress play basketball and have a basketball league. Any inkling of getting a football league going down in Capitol Hill?
I play baseball. I'm in the congressional baseball game every year, and I was 2 for 2 with a double and 2 RBIs this year. I just want you to know that. But we play basketball and baseball, and I think that's about as much contact as we're willing to get into at this point. We do the other contact on the floor.
Well, I think he straps on the helmet and battles with the rest of the guys on Capitol Hill. Senator, enjoy the rest of your stay here. Let's go back up to the booth.
Thanks very much, gentlemen.
He knows his stats, doesn't he? 2 for 2.
Gotta know that stuff. Hey, Berwick honored at the White House a few years back. I was lucky enough to take that trip. It was George and Bubba at the White House. Out of the gun, 3rd down. Robbins up top, incomplete. Ament, the intended receiver, Carmody comes over and puts a lick on the wide receiver. 4th down.
What they did, they used 4 wide receivers on Honesdale's 3 deep that time, hoping somebody would get open. Now, what had happened was they threw the ball over the top. He looks for the open receiver. Ement's open, but doesn't hold on to it. Thrown over his shoulder. You have to rotate your head towards your hands on that ball to catch it. A lot of guys with the pass over their shoulder don't look it into their hands.
So another 4th down situation for Berwick. They are 4 out of 4 when they've been in this predicament. Slot far side, out of the gun. Robbins steps up and throws for the end zone. Intercepted. Carmody with a beautiful interception. Honesdale will bring it out to the 20-yard line.
Oh, you heard the boos in the stands that time. Carmody was bumping him on the way down, but he lays out for that interception. That's a super catch.
Robbins has not thrown many interceptions, only 3 this season, 15 touchdown passes. He goes for the end zone.
Good block by Henry on Spohr that time to give him more time. This ball's well thrown. Carmody was bumping him on the way down. He makes a catch, and I don't know if he held that or not. It probably hurt right on the belly when he fell down on that one.
It's a heck of an opportunity, an effort by Carmody. Out of the eye, Honesdale takes over. Gillow throwing, incomplete. His receivers have not helped him out this afternoon. Kretschmer, the tight end, dropping that one, should have had it. 2nd down.
Well, that's the second time Kretschmer's dropped a pass today. He dropped one on an out before, and coming across the middle like that's tough. Linebackers are breathing all over you, and Kretschmer's a basketball player in his first year of football, and hey, right in the hands, he should have caught it.
.9:54 to go here in the fourth quarter. Gillo down the line.
Whoa.
He's just buried. Kyle, the nose guard, first to grab him and held him up. No gain on the play. Third down.
It would be nice if the linemen stay with their blocks just a little bit longer on this play. They're trying to run an option down the line, and Gillo was very successful with it before, but Paul Kyle just is throwing blockers around today. He's unblockable.
5'10", 250.
72 tackles before this game today, 11 tackles for losses, and 3 sacks. That's not too shabby.
He's getting it done. You don't really want that guy to make many tackles. Just tie everybody else up on the line and let your linebackers clean up. Third down. Fumble. Berwick recovers. Turnover number 2.
Jeremiah Dyer gets the ball.
Sophomore linebacker with the recovery. So Honesdale returns the favor after Berwick throws the interception.
I don't know if that ball ever came up from Eccles into Gillo's hands.
27-0. Berwick looking for more. They're at the 21. Pitch. Smith cuts it up. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Brian Smith.
There's the cutback that counted that time. Wide open hole.
He's having a ball game. Touchdown number 2 for that young man.
I noticed Darius Ash is not in there for Honesdale right now, and they had to put Isley at the nose, which makes them put another linebacker in the game, which hurts the inside running game.
Berwick has extended their lead over Honesdale to 33-0. Smith having himself an afternoon. Tom Boop on for the extra point. Remley puts it down. Boop puts it up. 8:46 to go here in the fourth. Berwick leading Honesdale 34-0.
Any way you want. Ford is right for you.
Get Ford Ranger any way you want. Choose from either low 3.9% financing or $750 cash back on America's #1 selling compact pickup. But hurry, this offer ends November 14th. Use the $750 cash back as your down payment, but don't put it off any longer. 3.9 financing or $750 cash back ends November 14th.
Ford is right for you.
See your Quality Plus Ford dealer today.
Welcome back to Crispin Field, everybody. John Nugent along with J.P. Mack. Berwick pulling away here in the second half. They lead Honesdale 34-0. Brian Smith with a pair of touchdowns. Dave Robbins a pair of touchdowns. Ron Stoico has the other.
I tell you, it's tough doing a game up here. There's so many kids that Berwick plays in this game. Remembering all these numbers is a real chore. They keep everybody happy.
Well, the wind's really kicking up down there. Justin Margani will hold the ball for Boop. It's a low kick. Green fields it at the 7. At the 20, puts his head down. Good run out to the 27-yard line. He's a tough kid.
He's done a nice job returning kickoffs today.
20-yard return. See if Honesdale can punch one in before this District 2 3A semifinal comes to a close. Here's a look at the touchdown again.
Labaugh at tight end just moved his man 10 yards downfield.
And Manny Henry, number 75, who's pulling, he's out in the secondary. He clears Gillo out and springs Smith.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Henry and Hacker, they pull and they really move up and through those holes.
1st and 10 for Honesdale, working out of the eye. Gillo remains in there along with Sporer. Poff back in the lineup. Short pickup.
I'm surprised Poff's back in there with that ankle tape job they had.
He might have told the coach, let me go back in, but he might as well take a seat at this point.
He's going with the sockless look there, too.
Yeah, he wants to come out now.
Yeah, he gave it a gallant effort, but he just doesn't have it today. He'll be back.
Numbers on Poff, 9 carries, 40 yards. He'll have another season in 96. Have a slot to the far side, the Hornets do. They give it a Spore, and Paul Kyle is there. Drops him for a loss.
Paul Kyle, the immovable object.
He's having a game.
He is.
He looks like a nose guard.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it.
He'd be on the All-Mec team, wouldn't he?
5'10", 250, no doubt about it. But he didn't shave for a couple days. He'd be right. We can take a picture of him for the All-Mec team.
He doesn't shave yet.
No? Oh, maybe not. He's a senior, maybe.
3rd down.
I like those guys in the trenches.
We're supposed to meet that guy in the weight room after the game. 3rd and long for Honesdale. Paul Kyle, Ron Spore. Spore may have to have some therapy this week because all he sees is Paul Kyle on every play.
I mean, he is straight ahead, a face in the belly button, arms wrapped around. Kyle is making some tackles. No one's getting loose of him.
It is 4th down. Honesdale will have to punt it away.
Right square up tackle, and he's squeezing.
Back up! Back up, you guys! Back up!
Smith and Lockhart back deep to receive. Spore getting a workout, punting the football. Good snap. Kicks it away from Lockhart. Goes out of bounds at the 39-yard line, where Berwick will go at it once again. 6:19 to go here in the 4th. Bulldogs leading at 34-0.
Well, Coach Curry was saying about Robbins, he lives out in the country out here in Berwick, and every time he calls him up, he's doing some chores or cutting some wood stuff. Guy's a pure country kid and a real nice kid, honor student, and he's chose BC over Virginia Tech, and Maryland. He's really into horses also. He takes them to horse shows and rides them and trains them and has a lot of fun with that.
Really into football as well. Slot to the near side. Robbins rolling, throwing. Dijon Domenico on the reception at the 46. Knee on the ground. They'll call it dead right there. Pickup of about 3 or 4 yards on the play.
Now, before coming in this game, Dijon Domenico had 21 catches and 4 TDs. He's added a couple more today.
Of course, Berwick next week will play the winner of Valley View and Wallenpaupack Pack. That's a 4 o'clock kickoff at Wilkes-Barre Memorial Stadium. We will televise that ball game.
Well, you might see Smith on that turf, motor, and if Valley View pulls it off today, that Fisher, who really can truck.
Hopefully we can get an update on that score before we go off the air this afternoon. Clock continues to run. 2nd down. Robbins again to Remley. Remley, the 1st down, 40-yard line. Good bit of running after the reception. Nothing fancy about this. The cornerbacks are playing off the receivers. A couple of yards, stop, turn, catch it and run.
I like the way Remley catches this ball in his hands. He's a great possession type receiver with real good speed. He goes, makes a nice move right there. See if he tucks that ball, and he tucks the ball, and here comes Isley with that Bronco Buster tackle.
What a postseason Robbins and Remley had last year.
They were
especially
super combination
in the state playoffs. Out of the eye. The pitch on the reverse. Remley again. Good tackle by Gillo at the 40-yard line. Can't say enough about that kid and the defense he's playing.
He's everywhere. Comes out of nowhere to make the hit, and I tell you, Remley was gone if Gillo didn't make that tackle. Remley can do everything. Gets that shovel pass, gets a pitch here, gets a reverse, catches the ball. He's an athlete, and he's tall.
Gillo smarting just a bit after that tackle. Says a lot about the kind of football player he is when you're down 34-0, final few minutes, and he's still hitting everything that moves out there.
Paul McTiernan said this guy really loves the game of football and loves the contact.
2nd down, Stoico up the middle, still bouncing around, 33-yard line.
Stoico's getting looked at by a lot of Division II and III colleges. His height is going to hurt him from playing with the real big boys, but the state colleges like him a lot. Division III, he'd be one heck of a tailback in Division III football. Good balance. Look at him go. Slide, slide, gets his feet under him, and pushes hard.
3rd down for Berwick. Need about 5 yards for the 1st down. Call it 4. Pitch, Smith. Stutter step. Still on his feet. falls forward, 27-yard line, and a first down.
Coach Curry told me about Smith. He said he really sees the field well. He said he has big eyes when he sees those holes. And he says he has a second gear. I don't think, George, I think he meant that he has a second and third gear. Here he goes. Watch him looking. He's looking at the linemen. He's watching which way they turn their heads and butts, trying to cut it up. Jumps over the top.
Berwick with 22 first downs in this ball game. 1st and 10. Robbins to Remley, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Ryan Remley. For Remley, his 7th touchdown of the season. For Dave Robbins, his 16th touchdown pass.
You run that arrow pattern and the safety's out of the picture. There's no one home after you catch the ball, and that was the case there.
Ton Boop on for the extra point once again. Remley really coming on in the second half.
Remley is the holder also for Boop.
Snap is down, kick is up, and it's perfect, and it clears the wall once again.
They split out Remley real far. He runs an arrow pattern, straight in, slant pattern, makes one move, and now he goes north and south, which is the thing you want your receivers to do when they catch the ball.
The Robbins-Remley connection. Strikes once again.
Right there, north and south, touchdown.
3:39 to go in this ball game. Berwick's lead is now at 41-0. JP, staying up tonight and watch that Star Trek Voyager?
I love it tonight. Be sure to stay tuned on TV 22 at 7 p.m. for another episode of Star Trek Voyager. Tonight, Chakotay discovers an ancient healing symbol inscribed on a rock which calls up memories of his youth and tribe, also bringing him into contact with mysterious people who mistrust and may destroy Voyager. That's Star Trek Voyager tonight at 7, immediately following CBS News with Bob Schieffer, right here on TV 22 WYOU.
Were all your kids dressed as Spock on Halloween?
They tried to. We couldn't get big ears, though.
Oh, boy. 3:23 to go. Let this one end. It's 41-0. Gillo on a roll. Looking and throwing incomplete.
We had him faked out there, John. He was going to run the ball, and a defensive back came up, and he threw it just a little short to Carmody. They've been throwing passes to each other since 7th grade.
They've had a pretty good career here at Honesdale.
Yes, they have. Carmody rolls out. He's an athlete. Naturally, you see he's a left-hander, which is one of the reasons they really like him in baseball as a pitcher. The left-handers are hard to come by.
Yeah, that ball was deflected. Never really got to Carmody. 2nd down and 10. Gillo pitch, Spore, big fullback, still on his feet. Very close to the stick and a first down.
A lot of second-teamers in there for Berwick defense right now.
Spore had a pretty good year, over 500 yards rushing. It'll be 3rd down. They need about a yard for the first down. Honesdale will conclude this season with a record of 7-3. Earlier in the year, we televised their ball game with Western Wayne. Western Wayne won that ball game. It was a shutout. Western Wayne having a victory last night against Wyalusing. 3rd down, here's the pitch to Green. Penalty flag as Green picks up the first down out to the 42-yard line. Penalty flag back at the 30.
Well, one of the Honesdale linemen came out and illegal use of hands, it looks like to me. Holding
on the offense. You want to bring him back?
That will negate the first down by Green.
Well, Green's only a sophomore, 5'10", 160. Has rushed the ball 20-some times this year, has 11 catches. He's #1 in his class in the classroom, so this kid's going to be around for a while. He looks like an athlete.
Jim Fisher will mark it off, march it back inside the 20-yard line. They'll spot it at the 17.
Jim Fisher's a great guy. He's a guidance counselor at GAR, and he helps run a big football clinic in Wilkes-Barre, and he has a lot of friends out there in football.
There you see a dejected Bob McTiernan on the sidelines. Second year in a row, his team has come in here to Crispin Field and thus far been shut out. Gillow scrambling, throwing, almost intercepted. Fourth down, Honesdale will have to punt.
Georgia staying in a straight 52 defense, no stunts going on, trying to just pick up the receivers, let these young defensive backs and linebackers get into the game here and get some experience.
So there you see Brian Gillow as he trots off the field. Sporer remains on to punt it away. Jason Harmon is back at the 45-yard line to receive this punt. Sporer kicks it for the sidelines. Remley makes the catch at the 47, but he was out of bounds.
He doesn't drop anything.
Well, it's time to choose our Cal Ideas Advertising Specialties Players of the Game. Each week we choose one player from each team whose exceptional performance and sportsmanship in competition serves to stand out and lead their team on this day. Today's Cal Ideas Players of the Game, Brian Gillow, the senior quarterback, player of the game for Honesdale for his effort on defense. We don't have the defensive statistics, but I would guess that he has at least a dozen tackles in this ball game.
I think he's close to 20.
Yeah, Brian Smith, meanwhile, well over 100 yards rushing, couple of touchdowns. He's had himself an afternoon, 132 yards. In fact, our congratulations to both those players on being our Cal Ideas Players of the Game. You see Brian Smith taking off the gloves, a job well done, and next week it's on to Wilkes-Barre Memorial Stadium.
You'll like that turf there. A lot of young kids on offense in there for Berwick right now. You know, I noticed, funny thing on the stats, both second-string quarterbacks from Honesdale and Berwick are 2 for 2 in passing. Perfect.
Second down for Berwick. Jared Starbato on the pitch.
Starbato was a starting defensive back for a while, but lost his job early in the year. Now he's getting some action in offense.
Some of the scores from around the area right now. Dunmore comes back to beat Dallas, 19-15 the final. Valley View shutting out Wallen Popack, so right now it looks like Berwick Valley View. Shamokin leading Athens, that's at halftime. Valley West over Williamsport early on, second quarter. Minersville and Pius X, they're tied up. Jason Harmon at the 30, at the 20, 15, 10, he's down at the 5.
Morgan Green makes the stop on a wingback reverse by Jason Harmon.
So the subs getting in the ball game.
Lots of speed on Jason Harmon that time.
I guess so.
He wants that end zone too.
Clock stop with 1:07.
Here comes another bunch of guys in the game.
Jeremy Chapin, number 12, sophomore quarterback, has relieved David Robbins.
83, Kip McCabe, also coming in at tight end. They're split in.
Melchiori and Forsythe in the backfield. Chapin will keep it. Sporer with the tackle. Pounces on him at the 3.
Oh, down by the goal line. They always run a keeper with Robbins. Why not run it with Chapin? Honesdale gave a great effort today, but the depth and the competition of Berwick is just a little too much for them.
Bulldogs continue to make substitutions. 3 new players come in. Melchiori checks out. See if they get this play off. 12 seconds. Penalty flag.
Too many men on the field. I don't.
Substitution infraction on the offense.
I thought they called that when the ball wasn't snapped. I don't get it.
Illegal substitution on Berwick. It's a 5-yard loss. 9 seconds to go till the conclusion of this ball game. Chapin, the pitch. Starbato is tackled at the 5. And that'll be the final play of this ball game. Berwick has moved on to the District 2 3-8 final. They have defeated Honesdale here this afternoon, 41-0, the final. So as it stands right now, Berwick will meet Valley View next Saturday if Valley View can hold on to beat Wallenpaupack. Jason Knapp is down on the field with George Curry right now. Gentlemen.
Coach is going to walk over and shake the hand of Honesdale head coach Bob McTiernan. The Hornets putting up a good fight in this one. Obviously, the defense for Berwick posting another shutout. The last 3 weeks, Berwick's given up just 7 points. Coach, defensively, the guys done a nice job for you. The last couple weeks, they've really stepped it up.
Our defense is playing great football right now, and we're really, I mean, this is every game now. I mean, we're holding teams down, and that's, I'm glad to see the offense crank it up a little bit. Honesdale got a nice football team. I mean, they got some legitimate players there, and that Gallo's a tough kid, and that Spore. A lot of those kids played last year. They're a nice football team, and I'm proud of our team. I mean, we're 11-0, and we got a big one with Valley View, who's probably one of the quickest teams in Pennsylvania. I never seen a team with that kind of speed.
Well, next week, that'll be the matchup, looks like, in Wilkes-Barre. Valley View leading right now. Thanks, Coach. Congratulations. Good win. Let's go back up to the booth.
All right, thank you very much, gentlemen. Berwick's goal in the preseason was to go 15-0 and win another state title. First team to win back-to-back state championships. Last year they finished at 14-1. Their lone loss came to Williamsport. Their winning streak now is at 21 straight. The final here at Crispin Field this afternoon, Berwick 41, Honesdale nothing. We'll be back with some final thoughts right after this.
The staff at Villa Capri Incorporated would like to wish the Berwick Bulldogs all the luck in the playoffs. And we invite you to see our completely remodeled lounge, ramped entrance, and off-street parking area. Villa Capri serves delicious lunches Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and dinner daily from 5 p.m. till 10 p.m. Terry, Donna, and Julie would like to thank all of our friends and customers for making the past 10 years successful. For dining at its finest, visit Villa Capri, 11th and Mulberry Streets in Berwick.
Today's WYOU Sports High School Game of the Week is brought to you by your Quality Plus Ford dealers and Top Copy. We're more than our name.
Well, Honesdale has nothing to hang their heads about here this afternoon. Another exceptional season. They finished the year at 7-3. They go down to Berwick, the nation's #1 high school football team, 41-0, the final. Be sure to tune in to TV 22 tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. for live coverage of the 1995 Wyoming Valley Veterans Day Parade. Our WYOU cameras will be at Public Square in Wilkes-Barre to bring you coverage from start to finish, so be sure to tune in. That's the 1995 Wyoming Valley Veterans Day Parade tomorrow at 2:30, live and exclusively right here on TV 22, WYOU. And a reminder to tune in next Saturday at 11 a.m. for our Championship Saturday District 2 doubleheader. Beginning at 11 a.m., we'll start the day off with the District 2 Class AA Championship game, featuring Dunmore and the winner of Lake Lehman and Wyoming area. Wyoming area is leading that ball game right now. Then at 4 p.m., we'll be back at Wilkes-Barre Memorial Stadium for the District 2 Class AAA Championship game, featuring either Wallenpaupack or Valley View. Valley View leading that ball game 21-0 in the third right now, and the Berwick Bulldogs. That doubleheader exclusively next Saturday on TV 22, WYOU. JP, some final thoughts on this ball game today.
I'll be in that parade. I'll be leading. I'll be holding the banner for retired football coaches right in the front.
Somebody told me you were going to be afloat.
Yeah, after that lunch we had today, maybe. This was, I tell you what, Honesdale hung in there, and I thought right in the beginning of the game, if they kept that 13-0 score going into halftime, it would have been much better, but they got a little frustrated when they went down, and it was all over. Berwick got the passing game going, and as soon as Robbins to Remley starts happening, it's over.
And so if Valley View holds on to win, the battle of the tailbacks, I guess, and Fisher and Smith. Those guys are a couple of burners.
Dynamite guys, and I tell you, Fisher, big legs, and he motors.
Final once again from Crispin Field here in Berwick. 41-0. Berwick over Honesdale this afternoon. For my partner, J.P. Mack, Jason Knapp. Down on the sidelines, our statistician, Kurt Stelfox. I'm John Nugent. For our entire crew, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next Saturday. Bye-bye, everybody.